my squad that takes the logic. Oh shit. Wait,
hello everybody, and welcome to Squad Ops Operation Force Fighter. It's our Wednesday,
it doesn't have to be
March
manned, right?
14th, and we're happy to bring you
we can leave it behind.
Pretty exciting up. This is
run back and get it, or I
first
can have
time
the guy
we're
constantly bring it
seriously
up.
using the Squad Ops mod. This is a relatively new op.
Yeah, we might just leave it at train tunnel.
And it should
be honest,
be
and then
really
we'll bring
exciting.
it up once
hello
we
everybody
need it.
coming in from all of our streams. We're streaming on Karma's channel. We're streaming on the Squad Ops Twitch
Are you ready?
and YouTube. I am not Karma.
Yeah, we're pretty much ready.
He did not miss his trip, as far as I know. Everybody was saying. Yeah, I'll be filling in for the commentators today. Let me go ahead and give you a update on what's going on and sort of the point of this op. It's a route clearance op. The Russians have to clear out either 3 hilltops or 3 villages on Fool's Road, and then they have to reinforce their last point and hold off the militia. The militia have to defend 3 of these locations. And from my understanding, and just from listening to the Russians and their op, they're going to go for the hilltop route clearance, which means there's a hilltop at C513 that they have to put a fob at and clear. There's another hilltop. Then let me make sure it's completely correct. There's another hilltop at Ammo Hill at C352, and the last hilltop is the MG hilltop here at F348. So the Russians have to go to each one of these. It doesn't matter which one they go to first, as long as they get all 3 of them. And they have to put a fob down, and then they reinforce the last point. The militia are trying to delay them this entire time. Let me go over commands in the squads. On the Russian side, we have Command Nasty Nate with squad leads Dwarf, Triton, FX 1000, and XF. For militia side, we have Command Silent with squad leads Londarts, It's Crispy, CG Food, and Silas. So a lot of pretty experienced squad leads. Most of these guys have done it several times. The newest face I can think of is probably FX or Londarts. Everybody else is pretty relatively experienced. Nasty Nate hasn't commanded, but hasn't commanded often, but he has commanded before, I believe. This should be a good show from him. And Silent is in the same boat. He hasn't commanded a lot, but he has commanded before. So they're still getting their bearings as their style of command. But it should be exciting. And yes, Spuddius, Squad Ops is still PvP. It is right now. It is 36v39. It's probably it's all these extra people. Yeah, and so we're just excited for today's op. And guys, one of the big things you'll see immediately. What?
XF. Got logic, right?
So one of the biggest things you'll see with the op with this mod that we're starting to run is
on this
the only people who show up on the map are squad leads. You see the numbers, medics. You see the little medic symbol, and if you have the fire team lead role, it's this fire team lead role. It's got the corporal chevrons. They're the only people who show up on the map. So if you're just a regular rifleman, or if you're one of the fire support roles, you need to stay within local range of your guys, or you're gonna get lost. You could easily get lost. It's really hard to tell where you are if you don't know, and it really just brings a whole new level of immersion to our ops. It's really exciting to see them play out. It's gonna be a little harder for the cam people to sort of keep up with me specifically, and sort of
pretty much.
You know, it used to be easy to just open up the map and figure out what's going on. Now you're gonna have to be really observant. And make sure you're reading the entire field for what's really going on.
It's gonna. I don't want it to be caught out in the open.
Should definitely lead over at the train yard.
Good. Train yard's gonna be tucked behind our line.
It looks like the way they're positioning it from their plan, they're gonna send one squad west. They're gonna send one squad to the west and get this C5 to 6 area hill. They're going to get that filled by a single squad, and the rest of the platoon is going to move towards this move marker at E311, or at least around the move marker. And from there, they're going to sort of spread out and try and clear out their last points, which is going to be this point here at F348 and then Ammo Hill. I feel like they're gearing for a full push onto Ammo Hill. Let me go figure out. Okay, they start in Maine. The militia starts in Maine. So you'll see they're going to move out of militia Maine. They're already lined up and ready to go. And that reminds me, I will go over the kits for the platoons, for each platoon. Let you know what everybody's sort of rolling with. The militia, the side we're on right now, or the side we're looking at right now, they get, per squad, they get 2 ARs, 2 automatic riflemen, 2 light anti-tank, 1 medic, and for the platoon, they get 2 scouts. So we'll see how they decide to use those scouts. Those IEDs are going to be huge for sort of ambushing the Russians as they try and clear hilltops. And it looks like they're just moving for a solid spread. They got a squad moving east. The rest of the platoon moves south, some a little southwest. It looks like they're just trying to get a spread going before the Russians sort of move. And look at the Russians. They're all moving west. They are all moving west with that Logi in tow. You see it right at the back. And for their platoon, for squad, they get 2 automatic riflemen, 1 light anti-tank, and 1 medic. For the platoon, they get the 1 Logi, and if they get to their last point, they can put down the radio, and they can put down various defensive structures and things like that.
Negative.
Yes, Glenware, I am just spectating. I am just commentating, giving you a bird's eye view to everything that is going on.
Howler, my guy.
Oh,
yeah, Master Karma's last stream was yesterday. He, I think he's gone for a week, Wednesday to Wednesday or something like that. So he'll get back to you guys with some more content. But we will try and give you some to view for the time being. We've got our ops today, and then our Saturday after we'll be streaming. So it's not like his channel will be completely bare. And they've got the Russians have a nice staggered column going. You know, some on the left, some on the right side of the road. And this is just a formation for them to just move quickly and efficiently to get to their first rally point. And they've got a ways to run. The Russians, or the militia, they've set up they're setting up on this hill that's just north of this bowl that covers almost 2 points. There's a point here. There's a point here, and there's a point right here on these the village and the hilltop. So from here, Squad 2, led by CG Fu, has pretty commanding view of both of these points, and he can lay down some good suppressor fire for the rest of his platoon to move under. Looks like they're going to try and set up at Hilltop. That's another very good point for the militia to hold and sort of have control of Ammo Hill and the point to their east, that little village. So all in all, good placement by Fu. Silent. Command is Silent. A good place by Silent. Looks like he's going to try and command this bowl area that has a bunch of several points in its vicinity, while the rest of the Russians sort of move west, and they're going to try and looks like they're going to try and swing in from here. Looks like what he's really going to try and move to do. But for right now, we've got several minutes of walking ahead for the Russians.
All right, Squad 1, go ahead and
no, Armin. I like to think Karmakut is Squad Ops filler for when we're not broadcasting on his channel. So, yeah.
And then 2 and 3.
We're the main attraction, in my opinion. He may have something other to say, but
along the riverside, behind the
Noob, can you tell us what the new roles are? What the new roles do, such as the engineer and the sapper? Oh yeah, if you noticed some of the newer kits that are in the mod, these are the 2 you'll see on the Russian side. The sapper is our answer for the militia IED. It's the Russian IED. We're actually working on modding in a satchel shard, so it's not just the actual. Right now, they're just placing down an IED, but we're planning on adding like a satchel that sort of holds explosives, and that'll sort of sign in or be the show for the U.S. and the Russians, I believe. And he gets an ID and he gets 3 grenades. So he's pretty big on the explosive. The engineer is basically a souped up basic rifleman. He has 5 sandbags and 5 barbed wire,
Alright,
so he can put down a
Logitech,
pretty
on me. We're just
solid
gonna park it here for
OP
now, and while you
anywhere you
scout
need.
the
It doesn't need to
rest
be in fob range or anything like that. So he can put down some several defenses pretty easily.
Squad one, let
And
me
those
know
are the
once
2
you,
new ones. We're adding a
confirmation
bunch
point.
of other kits. We're trying to work
We're on
with
it.
a bunch of other kits. I know we have plans for a
do you see
a
anything,
mortarman,
past mine?
and basically it's a guy who can put down a mortar and he can,
Pass mine.
no fob necessary. And we're
Yeah,
still
past
tweaking,
mine,
how much ammo
past
he's
mine
holding
towards that
and just trying to get the model right. But that's just some neat kits that sort of spice up our mod.
No.
And it looks like the Russians are just going to skirt the edge of the map.
Keep on scanning, but I don't see any.
Look at the whole platoon. They're going to just push
2,
along
3,
the
and 4,
south
keep
side of the
pushing
map.
west,
And they're going to push west from here.
Once you get towards train tunnels. Alright, squad 1, just go ahead and hold there then. And just scout out the 3 of those hills while the rest of the squad maneuvers.
Armin, we are actually getting some POVs here. We've got a couple to show you, but right now it's just them walking. It's not a super interesting view. It looks like Squad 1 and Command are standing in an overwatch position, or sitting in an overwatch position for the rest of the platoon to move west. And the rest of the the rest of the militia have sort of just taken up positions on the their respective hills. They've got a couple scouts moving out. This is the highest point on Fool's Road, and they have Jive Gorilla and Jenkins in a solid position. I hope one of those guys is a scout, and then they might be able to see these Russians as they move along the south end of the map.
We should be clear.
Taking the roads? The main roads?
Yeah, taking the main road, just swinging around.
Okay.
Glenware, they don't fight until their tickets run out. This is a one-life event, so if you die, you are out, and you have to sit out for the remainder of the rounds until the next round. We do 1 on each side, so 2 rounds a session. Right now, it looks like they're more worried about guys up close. I think they're expecting a push from the southeast, and that's exactly the position Jive is looking here. Yeah, that's Jive.
Alright, squad 2, once you guys are
So this is a solid OP here. I like this. He's in a good position to try and monitor. I don't think he's going to see the Russians. They're hugging the map border, using any kind of depth load they can get, and they're going to really hit them from the west. Which, looking just based on the position that the militia have chosen, they've chosen like a northwest to southeast kind of hold. If they hit them in the on the right side,
you guys are free to push.
Then it'll nullify a lot of the power that they have in this in these hilltops to the east.
Roger.
Like if they attack if they attack the actual hilltop encampment from the west, Squad 4 and Command are all alone against the full platoon, and that then basically means that Squad 2s and Squad 3 and the squad over here, Squad 1, Squad 1, they're gonna have to maneuver to get around them. And I don't think this is intentional. I think he really just wants to stay unnoticed. I don't think he's planning to sort of assault any of these points yet. He's just trying to get his guys moving.
Alright, 3's heading west of train.
Copy.
Noob, shout is the objective of the op. So this op is called Operation. It's not Operation Volunteer. That's just the layer we're using. It's Operation Forest Spider. It is a route clearance op. There are 2 points that they 2 routes that they can choose. They can choose a hilltop clearing route or a village clearing route.
I don't want you guys to get caught
just
out,
for
though,
simplicity's sake, I'll go over
when you're
just the
crossing that
hilltop
open
clearing
area on
route,
Alpha
since
5.
this is the route they've chosen. They have to clear out 3 hilltops on Fool's Road. This is the hilltop that Squad 1 is at. They've signified that they've cleared it by placing a FOB down here at C526. The next hilltop they have to go for is ammo Ammo Hill, I believe is what it's called, at C352.
Squad 1.
That is
you
their
have
second
eyes
hilltop
directed
that they need to clear. And once they get there, they just put the fob down. That signifies it's clear. And then their last hilltop is actually swarming with militia, and it's going to be quite a point for them to assault. Is this hilltop where Squad 1 is at F348 or F345, I believe is the actual area.
Go ahead and
Once
push.
they get those 3 points secured,
We should go straight north then?
they can
Go
pull
to
up their
Trent.
Logi, which
See if you
is
can kinda
not
go
on
a
the
bit more
map.
closer
I
to
forget
Squad
vehicles
2.
are not on the map.
I want
You
you
need to
guys
see where they
to
put their
cover each
Logi.
other as much as you can.
But then
Would
they can
you,
pull up their
go
Logi,
to 5-9?
reinforce, and then the militia now have to attack them.
Squad 1 and 2,
So,
if you guys want to meet
At the beginning, it is the militia
in the
trying
middle.
to stop the Russians, and
Yeah,
so
we're
the
gonna get
militia on
soaked
defense,
to all the
Russians
top
are on
of the hill
offense.
at,
But if the
Bravo
militia
5.
or Russians complete their objective,
Copy.
the militia switch to offense. And I really like this movement that Nate has them going. He's got 2 squads
I believe at
going
this
a
point,
far flank on the
they
west
should
side,
be
and then
already at the
he's continuing to
middle of this
have
map.
a squad in an Overwatch position to sort of cover the
So,
movements of
Squad 2,
the
keep
bigger
your squad tucked
elements.
away. I only want you peeking over this hill.
Roger that.
Yeah, Jack Jones, I'm gonna get closer. I know you don't want to see trees and things, but like for right now, it's just a lot of movement. Right now, I want you guys to get a bigger picture of what's going on than just seeing him look at nothing. Yeah, everybody's walking right now. It's all jockeying for a good position,
Squad
and right
2,
now, I'd say Russians is in the better
Yeah,
position. I could
which
do over a shot of
hill now?
FX.
gotcha.
One of
How
the
many you got eyes
standing
on ammo?
orders for Nate, for National Nate, for his platoon was the only people who are going to be peeking are
Alright, so
people
1
with
and 2, I want you
binoculars.
guys to
So
hold
in the
on this
militia
hill,
or on the Russians,
in
it's the
concealment
squad
until
leads,
3 and 4 gets
and
into
in
position to cover
militia, it's
ammo.
going to be squad leads and scouts. Because these are really the only people who can have a chance of spotting any of this. And if you look,
I got eyes on Ammo Hill.
they've got eyes on Ammo Hill, but they can't see anything past
Copy any movement?
Ammo Hill.
Not at the moment.
And then 2, you can just be direct. Or
Understood.
go past us.
Copy.
We're giving you a POV of a POV and hopefully some of the comms for the militia. We're on silence POV, and he's the command, so he's really sort of directing what the militia are doing. And I have a feeling everybody is just being told to hold their positions, watch their fields of view,
movement,
and
250.
just wait for the Russians to come to
That's
them.
not
They've got the defenders. They're the defenders,
out there?
so they've got the advantage.
About 200, 250, but could be a
Oh,
tree.
wow.
moving to
So
the
this
guy's
is
door.
is this like a private server?
Yeah.
This is one of our custom
Very,
servers.
very
We do
sketchy,
have
though.
a
Not
whitelist and a and 2 invasion servers that you can play on. But this is a sort of an event that we play on our custom servers. Everybody joins our Discord and joins at the same time, and it's all password protected and everything.
That's quite
So yeah, if you want to get in on our ops, you
UK
check us out at squadops.gg. You sign up. You get a whitelist spot once you sign up and your Discord, and then you can sign up for our basic training and you can participate in our ops. And they're a load of fun. Right now it's a lot of jockeying position, but once the action starts, you'll actually get to see what a lot of this is. And the Russians are making a good pace. They've got 2 squads
Ammo from here.
on the far west trying to just make their
Anything,
way
can
north.
you
They're
see,
really hard to see right now. They're
northeast
just
to
blue
the
blue
north of mine
specks,
entrance.
and then they've got a squad here in
All I
Overwatch
see is
position.
the road, and then I see the far western side of the logs that are normally there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sweet G, it's
Moving
Squad
on.
Ops Tactics and Training
No.
Basic. It's SOTT Basic, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It is basic training. We get there. You know, there are some people. There are people who play
once you
squad
guys
from
have
all
to
aspects
cover Ammo Hill,
of life. You know, you've got
let me know.
paramilitary. You've got people who just want to play a fun tactical game, and like you just want to get everybody on the same page. So some people
Squad
have an
people,
easier
once you
time
guys
with
are in
basics. Some
position to
people,
cover Ammo Hill,
you
let
know,
me
have a
when
little
you
bit of
guys are
trouble,
set.
and it really is just to get everybody on the same
Copy,
foot. So
Squad 3's
you know,
almost
you
set.
can have a good solid time on our ops.
Going north.
And it looks like they finally got in a good solid position to get eyes on Ammo Hill in this this sort of elongated platoon line with a road in the middle. and
It's not like you're gonna hit anything
I
from
bet
far
they're
away.
confused right now. That they're
gonna
honestly
push up a
confused.
little
They're
further,
not
they'll
seeing
have eyes on.
anything on Ammo Hill. Yeah, they're not seeing anything so far. They've moved unopposed the entire time, and that's got to make them really tense. We're like 10 minutes into this op, 10-15 minutes into this round, and not a shot, not even a negligent discharge, an ND has been heard or even fired, and that really the tension right now is pretty high on both sides.
Makes you that much more important.
What was that?
Okay.
And as I say, not an ND has been,
They see anyone?
no negligent discharge has been fired. There's one over here on the west.
Only my squad ever does it.
Somebody on the west, so they might not have heard it. It's pretty far out here,
Compromise our position.
but there was a negligent discharge, and they're playing it slow. The Russians are playing it really nice and methodical.
Yeah. You guys set?
They're looking at Hilltop.
We got eyes on ammo.
Got eyes on Ammo Hill, but
Is,
good looking Hilltop. I don't know if they have the zoom. I have this amazing zoom, and I have these red outlines that everybody can see. But whenever we go to these POVs of these guys on the ground, they don't see that. It's just, you know, they're looking at camouflage. They're trying to get outlines. They're trying to look at pixels.
See if you can find a path to Ammo Hill.
It makes it hard. It makes it really hard.
Alright, 3 and 4, while your ARs are ready and ranged, go ahead and give them ranging
See,
information
3 and 4
for Ammo Hill
are
and
in a
entire side.
fire support position.
I want everybody zeroed and ready to fire.
Yeah, I'm keeping it walking pace.
Yes, XF. 3 and 4 are in a fire support position. They've got a good platoon line going,
Hill, try to form a line,
and they're being told to call in their range, get these guys ranged in, bipod set up, just prepare to fire on Ammo Hill while 1 and 2
3 and 4,
swing
do you guys
in.
have a path
And this
to
is
push to
this is
Ammo Hill
great.
from your
This
position?
is great calling by
Or
Nate.
is it just all
Maybe I don't know if you need 2 squads on fire fire support, but
Alright, just try to.
I like what he's
3
doing.
and
He's
4,
just trying to keep it even on
find
both sides.
Some sort of place to maneuver if we need to.
4 or 3, I'll cover you while you push first.
The range of the RG7 go.
I think.
Is there still the audio bug where if you shoot only 1 bullet, it sounds like a burst? I'm not. I
Move my
actually.
gun up so we have a better vantage point.
Terra XJ, like I remember that bug,
same
and I
thing as
haven't
before,
heard it. I haven't been
XF,
listening for it,
make sure
but
that
I haven't
you're
heard
the only
it
one getting eyes out and keeping the rest
in
of your squad
a
covered.
long time. So maybe they fixed it.
I'm worried about when we peak this hill.
We're gonna try and get some of the some POVs of these squad
Yeah, just
leads
keep
who
your
are
heads
actually
low. I got
making
bindings.
the
Yeah,
main
I don't wanna get
assault, who aren't
spotted. I don't want you to
pushing
get
across
spotted
this
just yet.
field. We've got XF. He's a squad lead of Squad 1. Oh, I hope. It's XF and FX. It's some complicated names, you know, 2 letters. but
We will
swap.
never give
No, we're
FTS
getting
And
bindings. Too much class on
FX
the
is
field.
leading. XF is leading Squad 1.
Okay,
We're on
copy.
his cam, and he's making the main assault
Yes,
on ammo.
that I agree.
The-
Three, just remember.
They're
three and
going in
four, just
thinking there's
remember
somebody
to
here.
keep pulling
But you
forward.
get to
nobody
see
within,
never lacks on the
you know,
north side.
200 meters of Ammo Hill. There's nobody within, 600 meters of them. That just look at the distance between them, but they have no idea. They're
Squad
trying to
1 and
move
2,
here.
Let me know once you guys get
Get the
eyes
fob
out.
down and get out. Let's hope
I'm looking east here. I'm not seeing anything on that
hopefully
big hill over at our east.
they think to clear out Hilltop and Cam, and they
That's not
just
really
don't
one
push
interest.
east off of the point. Cause
Copy.
that'll
About
be
the,
that'll
the
leave them
hill
open
towards
to
our
get just
D357.
destroyed. Right now, though, it's just this main assault on
South
Hilltop.
of Estate.
Scanning.
Alright guys, before we get too ahead of ourselves, we're gonna need to pull the lodge up.
And I like to
someplace
imagine
closer.
how main battle tanks from the 70s would be
I
like.
already
Yeah, I think
did.
they're adding in tanks. I don't know what era. I'm pretty sure it's like
Yeah,
the Abrams
I'm
and
gonna,
things like
I'm
that.
gonna go fall back and
I
I'm
got
pretty sure it's
eyes
gonna be a
on,
little more
east on the
recent
big hill. On the big hill.
in the
I see you guys.
70s though,
copy. 1 and 2, guys, go ahead
and that's gonna
Form a
be
line.
exciting.
get a full platoon line.
Can't wait for
facing,
tanks. I can't wait
east,
for
copy.
helicopters. All these things is just gonna bring a whole new level to our ops and just vanilla
three, four,
gameplay.
Outside of you,
It's gonna make the game squad
3 to
an
4,
I
amazing
got
experience
contacted,
every single time you load it up.
how's Ammo Hill though? Is it empty?
4 called contact on
No,
Russian.
no, I don't see anyone inside Hilltop.
Delete
Or, ammo.
Looks empty.
It's
Dwarf
empty.
called contact.
Copy.
We're gonna try
There's
to figure out
contact
where
in
he's
a hilltop.
from. I think he sees him at
over
hilltop.
to
This is Dwarf here on the
Ammo Hill.
Dwarf is on the
1 and 2
OP
bound to Ammo
Fortress,
Hill.
I believe is what it's
Three
called.
down,
It's
three
this
four, three
these
and four.
fortresses on the west.
3 and 4 to bound over to Ammo Hill. 1 and 2, see if you can try to cover their approach as they cross the open road.
077.
You guys
I
copy?
think that's what I'm
Roger.
Yeah,
2,
there is.
I'm gonna go ahead and cover on our west side now. I'm gonna try to get that covered.
Ooh.
Big winding road.
Bill
we're gonna keep
6-1 from
chasing.
your position. That's hilltop.
6-1.
They're just trying to look, but look, they have iron sights. They don't have the zoom. We can see everything. There's a squad lead on that roof there. But they have.
Alright, get ready. We're gonna push straight east hilltop.
Look at that.
Except when you park that lodge yet.
I told him to park it in the garage. Train tunnel.
Copy.
Do you want me pushing now, command?
Thank you, Han.
It's now.
Squad 4, on your go. Go ahead and push.
Roger. All right, get ready. We're pushing east
Call
now.
is being made for Squad 4 to push.
Squad 3 is getting in position
off
on
of
the
this
road
hill,
to cover.
and they're just gonna move off this hill. I don't
Double
know
time
if
it
One and
the
2 doesn't
militia
have a
has
good
seen.
vantage point
Militia is
on,
looking right at
3
him.
and 4 from here.
Silent
might be
command
okay.
for militia is looking
No,
right
Yeah,
at
maybe.
Do you have eyes on Ammo
Dwarf.
Hill?
I don't
from your
know if they can
position?
see him
No
push
one
off the
was
hill.
spotted in
Blocked by
Ammo
the
Hill.
big
Dwarf and
However-
Squad 3
Copy.
Triton are already off of the hill, though, and I don't know if the militia spotted that. Look at him; he had a perfect position. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, command to
I'm
clarify. I
it's
saw a couple.
silent. Didn't get eyes on him. I don't think.
Try and clear it anyways.
I think that was their chance to spot a decent chunk of Russian forces. I don't
Do
think
not
militia
fire.
spotted it.
Do not fire.
Oh, they did spot him come off the hill. Silent did spot him come off the hill. We'll see what kind of movement
can
is going to
see their
happen now
movements.
from
Bravo, you're
from
gonna come
the
up from
the
south.
militia. Dwarf
Alright, we're
and
moving
Triton, where they're moving up to Ammo Hill from the
East.
west.
You
They've
want
got
three
a
to
good
start heading
pincer
across?
movement. Doesn't look like the militia, the main chunk
yeah,
of
go
militia,
ahead
are going to
and
move off the hill. I think they're going to try and draw them into this the bowl that they've got set up,
There's 1
and then
6
hope they make the mistake of not clearing out one of the
Three's moving.
more defensive
Squad
points.
4, once you get into a good position, just hold 4, you take Ammo Hill. 3 to push up
the
with you.
camera angles we were just at, Dwarf and Triton. Those are those blue marks on the right-hand side of our screen with silent. The militia command.
Lodge now. I'm gonna go ahead and
Sort of just
head
trying
over
to follow them
Squad
as
3's
best he
position.
can. He's looking in the general direction. He definitely can't see them.
Force holding.
Mods need a drone operator class with those little quad rotor
Squad 4, go ahead and
drones.
regroup.
That would be
Get ready
actually
to make the
really,
assault towards,
really
Ammo Hill.
cool. Like
1
a
and
modern
2.
like UAV that can get like shot down or something like that. That would probably
you guys
be
have any,
insanely hard
good
to
positions
mod
to
in.
maneuver to get eyes on
But I mean,
that
that's an
big hill?
idea. You know, the
The big hill
SDK is
east
free.
or
Terra
in the hill?
XJ. You can do
To
anything and everything that the
No,
squad
it's a lot of foliage covering
developers
about
do.
400 meters.
besides, I guess, work with C++.
Copy.
But you can do a lot of stuff in the
Alright,
SDK, and it
once
is free.
we,
I mean, start getting
Once
some
3
blueprints down, see
Ammo Hill,
if
we're
you
gonna
can,
set up to
can do
engage.
anything. Are there special forces units in
He's
this
gonna
game, or is it
one's
just
gonna push
basic
across the
infantry?
valley,
Bing Bong, I'm pretty sure their
separating us
idea is
in
just
3.
the basic infantrymen from each of these militaries.
Copy.
The US, the Russian, the militia, I think, is just like a general militia, and then the insurgents.
Alright, squad 3 and 4, when you guys are ready, go ahead and push into ammo.
3, I'm ready when you are.
And just look at this
Three's
line
ready.
they've,
Two, do you
they've
see
got.
that guy on the top of the big hill? He's the very, very deep laying down next to a tree.
They're calling contact on
He's a
silence,
scout with
but
binos out.
no.
He's looking our way.
They're calling contact on the big
force
hill
pushing.
with Jive Gorilla
start pushing.
and
Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Us
Yeah,
count.
Jive Gorilla and Jenkins. They have eyes on them, but
Alright, copy
they have
3,
eyes
go
on
ahead
two
and,
infantrymen,
maneuver with
well,
four.
a scout and a rifleman. They don't know where the entire rest of the militia platoon is. Look at this. It's a solid platoon line from the Russians. We'll see if it gets spotted. The scout is looking the complete opposite direction. There's infantrymen walking to your west. You're looking east. Turn around.
Hey, Bravo, let's push east. Alpha, keep the west.
Can't Ford just drop a fob right there on ammo and we can all head straight east?
Jenkins isn't gonna look.
That'd be a good idea, yeah.
Let's see if he's just
Wait, we can just drop fob here, right? And then head east.
that was Driver Gorilla.
we don't have to
Jenkins
stay
is
here,
looking the
right?
right direction, but he's
Copy,
just
yes.
a
Go ahead and
rifleman.
drop fob
Iron
once you
sights.
guys,
It's gonna be really
have
hard for him to
secured.
see anything. Worst scout ever, Glenn. I mean, it's maybe not worst scout ever, but gotta look. You gotta have a little bit. There he goes. A little bit better situational awareness.
Already.
And Silent has had to have called over command comms that
Yeah, they think they saw me
the
to
Russians
the west
were spotted
before I
on the
put it
west.
off.
I think like that should have been passed by his squad lead. So it may not be him. Maybe his squad lead just not passing necessary information.
Copy.
Silas, you're holding that. That's what we're holding.
What I would love
We're
to
on
see is the
ammo.
ability to rescue weapon. I'm
We're
pretty
on
sure a
ammo.
lot of people would love to see their weapons rescued in the game. Their weapons free from militia, and it looks like
Are we following
everybody from ammo or Hilltop
follow me.
encampment has started to fire down on the Russians. What what rules are in place for people
Yeah,
to
well, you
in the
guys,
app from watching the stream?
peeking
There's
and,
no rules.
fighting
There's
him
not
too
even
much.
any
You guys just
delay.
stay calm for the most
If
part
we
until
catch
get the
you,
rest of the
you
platoon engaged.
will be dealt with. But
Squad 2, do you got eyes on
in
your
all honesty, like
northeast? Is
there's
there
not a
enemy
lot
retreat
you can
still there?
impact from watching the stream. That like commands none of the commands and the squad leads, they're not gonna stream snipe, and they're really
Copy.
the only ones who would have any real impact.
Hey, alright, Squad 4, I'm gonna actually give you the Logi truck. Can you designate a driver
The
for that?
Russians have occupied Ammo Hill, and it looks like they're setting up on a hilltop to sort of lay down fire. They're in a good spot,
Copy.
Volunteers.
using hilltops and placements.
I would do it, but I'm 13.
Yeah, Butter's gonna drive.
Alright,
Squad
Butter,
1,
thank you.
make sure
Bob
you
is
have
down here, so that means there's only one more point for the Russians to assault.
Yep.
I don't know why these guys are so close, or
Command, where is that?
not using the barriers, like Chrome and HML. I think they should be using
Copy,
these,
I'm gonna grab that Logi now.
these wooden barriers to sort of fire down on,
Alright, Squad 2,
fire onto Ammo
keep your
Hill.
guys in cover at all times.
It looks like they're going to set up
Yeah, all
a
squads
solid
are free
base
to
of fire.
engage.
Weapons free has been called on Russian side. Weapons free has been called on militia side. So we're expecting some firefights to start happening. It looks like these firefights are going to happen at like the 200-meter range.
I just see one guy right now. 105.
Right on the Delta Echo line.
Yeah, a lot of these fights are going to be at like a 200-meter range with ARs, doing a lot of the heavy lifting with their bipods, I should say.
Alright, he's behind the hill now.
It's a solid line,
Yeah,
good spacing on most of Russians' parts.
Yeah, I still see them. They're running around the top of the hill. People with binoculars. They're looking your direction now. Taking a lot of fire.
Taking a lot of fire from Hilltop is being called, but like Chrome Guardian HML, get behind the barriers. Chrome's using a tree for cover, and there's wooden wall behind him. Like Chrome, you got yourself into this position. I'm sorry, man.
And Imons. He was split out.
And it's just solid firefights going on, or solid fire going down from a lot of these ARs. If you set up on these bipods, if you set up with these bipods, my favorite thing in ops right now is the automatic rifleman or the MG or the machine gunner plus the command or the squad lead with binoculars. Binoculars and an automatic rifleman with a bipod, like you're a laser beam. It is so much fun. Like guiding the automatic rifleman, and then at the end of the round, the automatic rifleman's like, I didn't see anybody, but I got 5 kills. I was like, yeah, no, that's the power of just binoculars of optics.
Hold here for a little bit till we get
automatic rifleman. Obviously, giving an optic to them would be fun, but it's a little too broken. It looks like they are taking casualties.
You're not taking contact to your south.
Russians have already lost
Just east of
several people.
Okay.
2? It says 6. I don't think they've lost 6 people already, but they've only lost 2. Yeah. Only 2 people
one,
dead.
everyone harden up. Stay in hard cover.
Calls being made to get in the hard cover. Are they trying to move any, or are the Russians content sitting here? Russians are content sitting on Ammo Hill right now. I think they're trying to get their bearings and figure out what's the best course of action to go. Where's the best course of action to go from here?
Like a PKM.
We're getting hit. We're getting hit from the north. I think you've got friendlies shooting on us. Blue on blue.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
that's
they're
shots going over hilltop to you.
Yeah, Thomas, I don't know if squad is going to do the weapon direction. It's highly requested. I know that, but I haven't heard anything either for or against it.
On the west side of the map, go all the way around.
Here's hoping.
There's really good cover line.
But you know.
Yeah, if we push direct east, we're just gonna get lit up. We need to do something else.
They're trying to figure out how they're supposed to move. Command needs to make a decision. They can't just sit on this hill. They've got 2 of their points. If you look at the map, there are 2 points already filled. They need to get this last one, and it is just crawling with militia. It's got almost two squads moving on to this. They've fallen off of Hilltop somewhat. Looks like they've left a squad remaining. They've left a squad here at Hilltop. That's about it. They've pulled a majority of their forces off, and they're just going to try and lay down fire and hold off the entire Russian platoon. Fire, like they can't even see. You know, they can't even see.
I just want you guys holding pretty much for the most part. We're gonna have 1 and 2 maneuver south and see if they can push them off that flank, just so you guys can work breathing room. It looks like they're hard in their defenses.
Jesse Yelton, are you able to revive friendlies in One Life? No, Jesse, not in our One Life.
As far as
if
what
you
you guys
go, if you're completely incapacitated, you are out. You are dead. But if you get hit and you bandage, the medic can revive you up all the way, or he can use his bandage.
We need to report on where all the enemy locations are at.
Bandage you and then heal you up all the way. They need to add the Barrett 50 cal in this game. Another highly requested thing, but I am like 98% positive that that squad that OWI has stated they are not going to put any kind of like sniper rifle or sniper class in the game.
Past us, go south
so the chances of a 50 Barrett 50 cal being put in is highly unlikely.
Squad 3,
I love this position that who's this Swag McDaddy? No, Seabass has.
Southeast and our direct east.
So they have a very good spot. He can cover his
the northeast.
Oh man, I've got that bug. He can cover his southeast. And he can cover his southwest pretty well. And if you got a squad lead here, you know, some binocs. Look at this. Squad lead with some binocs right here. That's what you need. This is probably about the zoom you could get. And you'd be able to see at least over there to that hill. And that locks down a lot of movement that the Russians are able to use. Or a lot of movement they're able to move through. An area they're able to move through. Area denial is what I'm getting at. It looks like the Russians are pulling off south. I like this move. It's a time waster, technically. But I definitely like the move of pulling out south. They know that if they push east, they're going to get chewed up. They know if they push north, the chances of them getting on a hilltop, they're going to take a lot of casualties, and that's not the objective, so why push that? And I like their thought process, or what I'm assuming is their thought process on this. And as you see, a majority of the platoon has started to filter out. You've got 2 squads filtered out south. He's got a squad remainder here on Ammo Hilltop to sort of defend their flank. And I don't know how many from 3 is still here. It looks like they took a brunt of the casualties. Yeah, 3 has lost 4 people already. So they've got the rest of their fire team just sort of holding this east flank. And I'm going to watch 4's right.
There's a couple ring a bullet coming from Hilltop right now.
They just want us to know that they know we're here.
Yeah, Nicholas, snipers aren't readily available in real engagements or normal fire teams. Yeah,
I know.
I don't know how true that is. I haven't been in the military.
Yeah. I mean,
but
like the tree
I think the
above
role
you or
that they're like, if you want the closer you're gonna get to the sniper class, or like a legit like the sniper class is just gonna be our marksman. And even then, I feel like people are playing the marksman a little
bandage and blood out.
Too snipery. Like people are. They're taking the marksman and they're 400 meters away from their squad. There's like, 400 meters from the squad, and they're not very useful. The way I figure you play marksman, or the way I think you should play marksman, is you're like 100 meters back from your squad. 50 meters back from your squad. You're putting down accurate fire, and you're using your binoculars and just the benefit of your marks or your scope to sort of relay information to the rest of your squad.
230 at the top of the hill. I don't see anything right now. Looking.
Yeah, I see something was moving on.
It makes sense. They're going to be using that path. They're probably behind.
We're switching over to Silent's point of view. He has a sort of central view of the area. He's northeast of the valley, west of a majority of his platoon, and he's got he has a what I'd say is a QRF force. Like they can put down some fire here, and but they're able to move and reinforce any other direction. And from here, he has good view on his north, or his south, his west, and his east. This is a good view from him. It looks like a majority of
southeast of us.
The Russians are moving southeast.
When you guys had eyes on that hill
just
at the
POV you just
D492
had.
location,
He knows where they were. Look
did you
at
see
him.
any
He knows where they
infantry
were.
still there,
I don't
or
think he
did
knows
back
where they
off
are.
that hill?
So even
not sure
so even
how
if we
they
talk
bring it.
helicopters, are we talking
I know they
transports
had
with
a scout
side
and a
gunners, or are we also
beast.
talking about gunships like Apaches and Hunt?
Copy.
As far as I know, they've confirmed the transport helicopters. We haven't seen
Once you're
anything
across,
for like
two, we're
attack
gonna
helicopters
push
and things.
across the
I'd like to
road
see
and
them
then
at
also
least,
to the east
like
again.
little birds with like rocket pods or something along those lines. Maybe not full on
Let's try to stick
Apaches.
to the south side of these
I
hills.
feel like
thing.
full on Apaches would be just terribly overpowered. But they definitely have confirmed transport helicopters, and I'm hoping like I don't even want attack helicopters. I want a Logi helicopter, like a helicopter that can hold logistic supplies. And imagine being that squad that's going around setting up fobs all over the map in areas that you wouldn't think of before you had helicopter transport to get your guys in the fight. Relevance. I really want to get serious in this game. I'm relatively new, but every time I join, I meet new. I met with BS. Yeah. What kind of BS are you talking about, Relevance? If you hop on our servers, our SquadOps.gg whitelist servers, and our invasion server, we try and keep the BS to a minimum, I guess. Chinook. That's the twin blade Armin, right? The twin blade helicopters. Like I think that's that's what I would think would be awesome,
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't see
transport
any
carrying
more.
like supplies and
I
things
don't
like
see
that,
anything there.
or a supply helicopter. Say again. So I foresee a lot of exploding helicopters in SATT. That is a confirmed course for us, or like once helicopters come out, like we're gonna have a helicopter course. There's no way we're gonna allow just anybody to fly helicopters in ops. So yeah, there's gonna be definitely a lot of helicopters explosions. I know me personally, I'm never gonna fly a helicopter because I just know I'm gonna be bad at it. I'd be happy driving a tank, and I'd be happy commanding a helicopter, but there's no way I'd be comfortable flying a helicopter.
Just staying here.
Yeah, just staying here, but going direct east. Squad
Bing
force.
Bong, I have no idea if they're able to change
Fire.
guns like the minigun 50 cal or anything like that.
Bandits, right?
We don't know that much information.
Yeah.
Have your AR ready to cover from the direct east.
Really want to open up on these guys, but since they are out in the open,
And Dwaggy, I am actually not Karmakut. I appreciate
we have to wait for 1 and 2 to get
making
position.
this, we sound similar, I guess. But
Are they coming
he's
towards
away
us?
for the week. We are streaming
I mean, they
our
might be.
Squad
I
Ops
can't see it
Operation
anymore.
Force Spider.
Were they?
I saw it looked like a squad lead, yeah, but it's too hard
Dwaggy,
to
what if
tell.
they made it so you needed a full
See if I can
5-mana
play
control
it
thing?
up
I think
better
that would be a little
without actually getting
excessive.
Nope.
Like nobody wants to be the guy who loads ammo, like that.
It
In
could've
ops,
went
the
south, I
immersion
guess.
would be
Didn't
out
sound like it though.
out the wazoo, but in a regular whitelist game, I don't think it's practical.
1 and 2, are you getting
I think
engaged?
it's me, like, again, I have no idea, but I think it's going to be something along the lines of like driver, gunner, and a commander.
3, are you getting engaged?
Somebody to drive, somebody to gun. Most of the gunners, and the commander who has that extra seat, and maybe even like an extra 50 caliber.
We see a lot of
KT or something.
Yeah, 1 and 2. If you guys can get on top of that hill, I want you guys to have an angle onto Hilltop and Catman.
Yeah. Are we thinking about?
Yeah,
pushing over Hilltop?
Revelance. You
try to
head on over to the squad
south side.
We can't control every squad lead, and you know sometimes you are going to get, in every server you're going to get a squad lead. You know, you're going to get amazing squad leads, you're going to get not so good squad leads.
That's my
but
plan right now,
we try and make sure we have a lot of regulars who squad lead a lot, and we feel like a lot of them are competent, and even then a lot of them are willing to learn, and even if they're not the best, they're willing to take the game serious enough to have a good time.
So are we just moving on a wide flank, or are we proceeding to the final objective?
We're moving on a white flank here. We're trying to control the hill and Delta 4-9. Where we're engaging first.
Push off any enemy infantry
and then
squads
once
outside
then
of Hilltop,
5 and 3 can kind of push north.
Once we have control,
we're just trying to get some elbow room.
Hilltop, I want to push in and clear it out. So 1 and 2.
We're gonna get lit up.
No, Dwaggy, I was thinking,
I know.
Commander would also have a machine gun, sort of take over that role. Then the tank gunner, who would have, you know, the main cannon and maybe his own 50 cal or anti-personnel machine gun, and then the driver, who you know would be in charge of driving.
GLs, luckily.
They do have lots.
True that.
Also,
I mean,
IEDs.
I don't know what have on that side. They have control of that village and then that last fob location.
And I like what Nate's doing right now. He's pushed up a majority or half of his platoon south. 1 and 2 are south, 3 and 4 are on the north. But this is the thing. He's calling for a assault on Hilltop with only 2 squads. He has no idea how many people are on Hilltop. Thankfully, there's only a squad on Hilltop, and he can definitely do it with these two squads. But splitting up your guys so far, and then calling for a separate, a not simultaneous assault, it could be devastating if he doesn't pull it off right.
Trying to find a good crossing point for us too.
Yeah, I've got my guys.
Beshki, do you have your own channel or page? We do have our own Twitch page, squadops.tv/squadops.
Oh, they might be doing the exact same
I will double check on that.
We're on this hill.
Yeah, twitch.tv/squadops. And that's our Twitch page. We also stream on YouTube. Look up Squad Ops. And if you want to get involved in our ops and participate in these events and even get a free whitelist slot just for registering, check us out, squadops.gg. You register, you list your Discord, you get a free whitelist spot, and every time you want to hop on our servers, you will skip the wait from everybody who's not whitelisted. If they're already people whitelisted in the queue, you'll just get behind them. But a lot of times you'll skip the majority of the or even sometimes just get in automatically even with the wait.
Don't run either. Just walk.
Yep, keep your stamina up.
Come on, XF. He's on this long maneuver to the east, almost as if they could have come direct north out of Maine and just run out this way. A lot of maneuvering, but the thing, what I like about it is Nate is not taking any chances. He's not gonna be like, well, we're already on the west, we might as well attack from the west. He understood the situation that if he had pushed east from his current position, he would just get chewed up. So he pulled his guys out, and he's coming in from another direction. It's great shot calling.
Now, I'm at a better vantage point than I was before. I'm not seeing anything.
Copy. Well, on you guys, just go proceed north and see if you can take the high ground and cover us from Hilltop 2.
Look at this.
Roger.
It's a nice, solid squad blob here. We're only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 people on the map. There are, 18 people here. I like that. I love everybody has to stay sort of close to each other. 1 and 2, they're trying to discuss on who needs to, who's going to cross north first. But they're going to, their objective's to cross north.
Cross first.
They're going to get across this road, and they're gonna take the hills just north of them.
Right, just let me get my guys set up.
We're gonna cross after 2 set.
You have a good one, Sweet Tea.
Crossing which direction? Straight north?
Pretty much straight north.
Okay, Bravo to the right side of the squad lead.
You see kind of that
Waiting
peak in
on
the middle of the
XF
2 main peaks?
XF and FX.
That's where we're going.
Getting on them to cross.
Got it.
It's direct north, pretty much, actually, from where I am.
Jeez, we're already like...
Getting online.
Yeah, we're super far away. 2, you set?
Imagine a mortar barrage on that.
already like halfway to the
move.
Oh,
move.
yeah.
Direct north.
That's.
Let's go.
It would be impressive, that's for sure.
Yeah, hold the line and just go
Solid
north.
run though. They keep moving.
This is really nice looking.
Just get to the other side.
formation we got going.
I like this. They're just not both gonna run across. They're gonna use their basic training. You know, they're gonna squad bound.
That's why we're moving
Looks like
fast.
FX's squad.
Sprint.
Sorry, XF's squad.
Alright, squad, you guys
Is gonna move first with FX
Yep, one's moving.
covering, and then once XF gets to the other side, FX is gonna follow. That was actually more difficult to say than
inbound.
you think.
Waiting for the hill to just light up.
Just fucking.
You have a good one,
Wall,
Beamon.
lad.
Have fun at school.
Alright, squad 3. Your direct south's gonna be open now, so make
You
sure you
look
got
at
a guy covering your direct south.
Squad is just across the road. They're on the other side of these trees. FX squad is just on the bottom of our screen, and they're getting ready to move.
Calf power!
Once you guys get across that road, I do want you guys proceeding a little bit more to the
West.
D4 location.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stream
we're
will
going
record
west.
the SOTT when the helis come out. I'm pretty sure we don't even need to. If you want to see ridiculous stuff, you just hop on the servers the day helis come out, and you're gonna see a lot of ridiculousness. I can almost guarantee it.
37 north.
Everybody's gonna want to fly the helicopters.
Meters on top of the hill.
I'm hoping they have a solid
see,
base
like,
of like
some of them
AA
moving.
units by that time, like the ZU.
Alright,
Like
once
right now
one-
we're using the
one
ZU
and
to
two
just,
are ready to-
anti-infantry.
to pretty
But once we
much,
get it for
push to contact.
once we get it
3
for
and 4
actual
once you
AA
guys ready to
use,
pass.
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
About 300 meters on the opposite side.
Four
of the
copies.
running.
You think you have contact too?
And this, folks, is why you don't skyline.
Dude, I thought it was
No,
like
I'm
them
saying
moving, but I was
once
like, wait,
1
they're
and
not
2,
there up
once you
here.
guys push to contact, I want 3 and 4
Yeah, I
to
see
engage.
that's moving.
That's all you see, right?
All right, I'm gonna push past
Yeah, I see them.
FX's squad to
They're
XF's
thinking,
squad,
thinking there's about a fire team to the east of us.
and they think they have a fire team to their east, and in fact they do. That's
So, you know what I'm
exactly
gonna
a
do?
fire
I'm gonna
team
go
to the east.
direct west. I'm gonna get on the main hill. And then
can't
you
see
come
anybody.
west with us after we fall back.
Copy. Squad 2 can cover your guys'
That's
position.
the squad lead over there. Fu,
To your free fire.
Sugarheart, Wicked, and Jenkins over here on the east. I
Yeah,
almost
I'm gonna
guarantee,
do,
I can almost guarantee you that CG Fu over here has eyes
you guys
on
just,
FX
tell me if they're
and
fancy
where
on us.
XF squad were. Let's get a shot of them. Yeah,
Nah,
almost
he's like just
guaranteed. He's
monitoring it around.
following them, reading them like a book. Look at that. CG Fu is one of the more experienced squad leads we have. He has done. Wow, you probably couldn't even count the number of ops he's got right now. Like I have no idea.
2, go ahead and try to range for that for your ALRs.
There's several
See
of
if you
them
guys
as
can,
a SL,
suppress
and
them
he's just
off that hill.
following them. Just keeping
Don't fire
keeping eyes
if
on
you
him,
come
keeping
over here.
moving a little bit, maybe moving a little too much.
Yeah,
I think he needs to find a
they
solid
know
spot
that we're
and
here,
just
but I
sit
don't
there.
think they know that one is
And he's pushing off. He's
crossing
got his
already.
information. He's leaving. He knows where they are.
Copy.
We're almost set up on the main hill, so you'd be able to come over.
I'm gonna try and get you guys a good overhead shot here and give you a view of the whole battle before I zoom in again and get you in the action.
Alright, tell me once you get eyes towards hilltop, and let me know if you see any contacts on occupying any of the hills.
I think there's a G1.
They got eyes on me. They have eyes on me. They have a bear looking directly at me
All
right
right,
now.
XF
Direction.
is been spotted. He says he's been spotted. And if you look, the militia are all over these hills to the east and the south. And look at these firefights going on. Oh wow! FX's squad is being. FX's squad is assaulting CG Fu's fire team, and CG Fu's fire team is shooting back at XF, who's at the top of the screen.
Okay, we're in contact.
How many meters? XF, he's got contact. He's trying to shoot some of these guys on the.
I say
other side
about
of
Squad 2,
these,
make sure you
valleys.
can provide support.
It's a bad position for them, honestly. It's two squads facing almost a full platoon once they're.
Alright, Squad 4, I want you guys putting fire down on Hilltop. 3, go ahead and see if you can get eyes
which would you rather have, the ZU or the ZSU? I don't know the difference between the ZU and the ZSU. So, you tell me the differences, and I will tell you
I
which
see
one
guys
cooler,
on our
anyways.
main objective position.
My expert's opinion.
I see guys 60, just so you guys know. And then
looks like CG Food Squad. Oh, Sugar goes down.
I actually want you guys engaging Hilltop down.
Sugar goes down. CG Food's taken one casualty. They've dealt one injury, but it looks like they got hit and they're gonna try and move off. And the glory about this spot that XF, I'm gonna have to keep talking to myself about the XF squad.
You guys putting fire down onto Hilltop.
The good thing about XF squad is they're on the highest point in the map. They have a commanding view of everything, but that also means everything can see them. So they maybe needed to lay a little bit lower. Maybe look, they've taken 2 casualties already. They need their medic. They've been spotted by the people at Hilltop, it looks like. This fire team at Hilltop, or sorry, this ammo, or these 2 squads here at Ammo Hill have started laying it into the infantry at Hilltop.
Relocated to be out of our fire.
If you look at it, looking through the eyes of the Muff Bandit, this is a, when we say we don't allow optics and ops for reasons, it's people like this, one-tapping people 500 meters away, even with iron sights.
Alright, Squad 4, I want you guys putting down that brace of fire, supporting Hilltop. I don't want to...
Yeah, wait.
They're putting pressure on these guys on Hilltop.
Where was he? I don't even know where he was.
Not letting them move off the point.
There was a guy on the south.
But they're not getting a lot of hits.
Next to the wall.
Faster ziplining from the helis would be badass. I agree with you, Dwaggy.
Probably wasn't me.
I'm not sure.
Ziplining from a helicopter. That's my ideal. Like you're crazy enough. You get a crazy enough, good enough pilot to drop you into a high rise on like Al Basra in the center of the town. You zipline or you fast rope down it and you clear the building top to bottom. Like
I'm just kidding.
That's some intense shit right there. That would be amazing.
Alright, 3 and 4. Do you guys think you have a chance to push to Hilltop? Do you think that you pushed them off their defenses yet?
Oh, so the ZSU is just a better ZU, Armin. So the ZU is basically the poor man's ZSU. I like the ZU on the truck. It's pretty cool, and it seems really insurgent-like. Like we got this big gun. How are we gonna move it? Slap it on the back of that truck. Let's go. We need to shoot stuff.
No, they're northeast now.
And that's sort of what, and it's really, that's sort of how I see it. Obviously, a CSU would be just amazing. It would be a tank with a shit ton of machine guns on it.
I said this is my rock.
You want us to start moving up?
Fighting over rocks.
Squad 3, if you can find some cover to push east, go ahead and proceed and do that. Just make sure you don't expose yourself.
One push north to make room for 2.
Copy that.
8688, I am not Karmakut. I am Shadowed Ritual. I am your commentator for tonight. Karmakut's on.
Alright, 3's moving. 4. If you
LOA until for a week. He's gone. He's out of town. He'll be back next Wednesday. Speaking of how crashes and damages work, I'm hoping by the time they start doing damages and things and stuff for the helis, they've added in what's the word? Localized damage, which is something they said they wanted to do, and that'll make things a whole lot more interesting. And if you look at it, it's actually pretty difficult to get a full shot just from how spread out both platoons are. But at the bottom of our stream, we've got Ammo Hill. That's two squads there at Ammo Hill. Assault Scene Hilltop, which is at the the sort of left
Alright,
upper
squad
part of
3,
our
I think
screen.
you're in a
That's the
pretty good
red
spot. If you want to
dot.
hold there,
And then we've got
if
two
you're in
more
a
squads on the
covered
east side of our
position, go ahead and
screen.
hold there.
And then the rest of
1
the
and
militia
2, I want you
platoon
guys to just make
on
sure that you
the
cover your east,
very
direct east and
top
your
middle
northeast.
of our screen. And it sort of looks like they're just rotating around each other. None of these engagements have been closer than 100 meters, 200 meters. These have all been long-range engagements. And it looks like we're coming in for a good, solid close-range engagement from, who's this? I think Squad 3? Yeah, Squad 3 is taking 6 guys, and they're going to assault Hilltop with another squad supporting
Squad
them
1, can you tell me what's going on?
from Ammo Hill.
We're gonna shot at from our 60.
It looks like the Russians have finally been engaged by a majority of the militia platoon.
Copy that.
From their last objective. Trying to come down on this.
3, how's your position?
Look at these tracers falling, and these guys at the bottom of our
We're in
screen,
December.
Spotter,
Okay,
Tarkus,
good eyes
Jasper,
east.
Lex, all these guys, they're just going to try and run.
Copy that.
They're not in a good spot. Get behind this cover. XF gets killed. Squad 1 lead goes down. Damien takes over.
Hey, Damon. Your squad lead now, cop.
Memphis, this is on our custom server, and it's part of our Squad Ops One Life event. This is Operation Force Fighter. If you want to play Vanilla Squad, we do have our whitelist server and our Invasion 24/7 server up that you could definitely join.
If we heads any more north, we're just gonna walk into the gunfire from Hilltop. I'm pretty sure.
Copy.
Look at this engagement range here. A lot of these iron sights, they can't even see what they're shooting at. They're probably just being told to shoot, and they're shooting in a general direction. They're trying to follow tracers back if they can.
Squad, do you think Squad 4 can maneuver to you guys' position and get a better vantage point towards Hilltop?
Right now, I think the call needs to be made for this whole element here. This 2-squad element needs to just stay put. Hold their hill, watch their east,
have you guys,
and watch
see if you
their
can fill in the gap
south,
between 3 and 2.
and hope they don't get run up on from the north. Well, this element here that has been spotted.
We don't have great
no,
eyes
no,
on Hilltop
no,
from
they didn't
here.
get spotted. I would have
But
been
there is
sad if they
definitely
got
behind
spotted.
us. If they're trying to get east, they can get behind us to our east easily.
Copy.
Command, do you want us focusing on Hilltop, or do you want to focus on the contact to the far east? Because I don't think we can split contact any longer.
Dwarf's calling, can't split contact anymore. Got to regroup the platoon before they the full platoon runs out of ammo.
I think we could bypass Hilltop and go south. Like, I don't think they would see us.
It's a lot of movement now. I think there's a lot of talking going on in the local for the commands on the other side where Squad 1 and
all squads, we're
3
gonna
and
get
4
Squad 4 to maneuver into a better vantage point. Squad 2 and 1, can you tell me what's going on?
Oh, look at this long-range fire, just wrecking people. FX gets hit, Damien gets hit. That's Squad 2 command, and that's Squad 1's fire team. They're running out of commands up here, and they need to keep this
Taking fire from the north, Hilltop, and northeast.
these commands up. They're the only lifeline they've got to the
3,
platoon leader.
3, you're free to engage towards Hilltop if you have eyes on.
No, FX is up.
Command, I'm leaving the truck up here with the driver for the time being.
You don't tell me.
Copy that.
And they're just getting picked off from long range. It's actually pretty close. 5 and 5 long range engagements. It's actually pretty surprising. We've been this op is like 40 minutes in already, 40 minutes in, and
start pushing west.
it's just long range.
Sorry,
fire.
east. I'm really bad with directions right now.
Nobody's really dying, but a lot of rounds are being used.
Copy that. 1 and 2. Are you guys able to push north at all?
We're filling the. We're gonna be south of Squad 3.
We're taking fire from north and northeast.
Copy.
We're going basically 60
4,
degrees.
I just want you guys to have a better angle towards ammo. I do want you to put fire down and keep holding the north side while 1 and 2 take care of the northeast and east. Copy.
They're moving these guys off of Ammo Hill to Assault Hilltop.
Man, I'm gonna push my guys
We'll
here
see if
about
this is
Delta
a good call. It's questionable at this point, but I like it. If they manage to get up there
find an angle for me.
from Hilltop, they're able to do a lot. But right now they're sort of in a slump. These guys need to lay low. I don't think they should be shooting.
Oh god.
It's just they're trying to find each other. They're just at both the wrong angles to find each other. XF pulls out his rifle. He might see something. Or sorry, no, this is not XF. This is Triton. Yeah, Triton. He's got his rifle out. We'll see if he's aiming at something.
Boy, I can see anything.
They're firing. I don't think it's a good idea to fire. I think they need to lay low. Choices. I think this is going to be the first. There are.
Yeah. Yes.
Still taking shots up there occasionally. You can't really push off without taking heavy contact.
I love the sound of them.
Copy. We're gonna try to get 3 and 4 to cover your position.
So.
I don't know what they're shooting.
Don't do it again.
I don't like this position that the command, Russian command, and squad.
Already working on it.
Squad 2.
You want squad moving?
Squad 3, I just want you to
They're pushing into the bowl. They're trying to force their way in here, and it's not. They can't. Look at that. They're just gonna get lit up from range, and then especially if these guys from Hilltop decide to try and push up southeast. Thankfully, they have somebody push or somebody there to watch the flank. But still, like this is not a good spot for them. I really think they should have pushed in from they should have pushed a little further east, and then tried to push north from there.
I want suppressing fire on that northeast hill. 4. 1, 2, and 4. Go ahead and put fire on that hill.
Got good eyes, I guess. They're just staying to follow tracers, I think. Yeah, who's this? This is Dwarf.
See tracers.
Squad leader reaching east.
No, we're just engaging east.
Squad 4, do you have eyes on that contact? Copy.
I do with binoculars and through their tracers.
093.
See the context, like, do you see them? I do see them if I have binoculars or if they're shooting at me, but without binoculars, I'm not seeing anything. Look at this. Somebody's got to get close, and I think it's gonna have to be the Russians. The Russians have to get their last objective.
Oh my god.
Reloading.
And for those of you who have forgotten the objective, because it's been so long, their objective is where Squad 1 and Squad 2 is right here. F3, 4, 5. They need to place a fob in this grid square. That is clearing that hilltop. They've already cleared their other 2 hilltops.
Are they holding?
Oh, and as I'm talking about the objective, reminding you, Squad 3 lead goes down. The Squad 4 lead goes down. Or we'll hope his fire team lead is able to pick up the slack. That losing your command leaves.
Squad 4, squad leads down. What do you need?
Copy.
I can't be.
Go ahead and keep holding that base of fire, I guess. Squad 4, I want you to keep putting up that suppression. Squad 3, I just want you to cover that hilltop and cabin, making sure that they don't push out.
And they're being shot. Now they're being shot from hilltop? No, that's not hilltop. That's where command is. That's where silent is.
I'll cover you to the east.
that sort of central position between Hilltop and the Russian last objective.
No, wait, shit.
Copy
Alright.
that.
He's in a really good spot. I like it. I like where he's at.
Give me a separate. How many casualties have you guys taken?
I bet a haypenny the militia will win, given how pinned the Russians are. I don't want to agree with you yet because it's still relatively close. You can't believe this long, but it's actually 7-6. But just where the Russians are, I don't like it. They got to move off this hill. Yeah, so you got to get off that hill. Yeah, exactly. They need to pull off Squad 2 and Squad 1 here. They need to push them off this hill. They need to move east, and then they need to push north from there. Even as far east as this road, even. But with this ID here, that could just crush that flank if they tried to do that.
Copy that.
The only way we're gonna get out of here is to head south and go around.
See, one is calling head south, go around. I agree with that. But this right here, that's gonna be the game changer, maybe.
I think you saw my head.
I'm gonna sit right here.
I'm taking snaps.
Y'all need some 3 cells down there.
A lot of the Russians are just trying to lay down fire where they can. The Russians or the militia are in just better positions. They have been here all game. These squads on the east, Squad 2 and Squad 1, they've been there all game. They know where they want to be. They know where they're going to get set up. They have found their best positions. The Russians, they've just arrived here. They're trying to figure out, get their bearings, figure out where they're going to look. Like they are not in a good position.
I still want you to make sure you pull in rear security. Copy. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretty much shift most of our attention to our direct east.
I don't know what we'd be firing at.
Copy.
I can't see anything.
I want to push them off that
I don't know what
hill.
we'd be firing at. I can't see anything.
As you guys remember, the radio is gonna be in the Foxtrot 3 location.
It is true. Look at this. Just a reminder, guys, we get these red outlines. They get the red outlines. They don't. Here, I'm gonna actually turn off the red outlines. See if I remember. 7. Look at this. Can you see that? Look at that, you're watching in movement. I'm completely, like, I am almost 100% zoomed in. And you're barely seeing stuff. Imagine this guy with the optic. I mean, with the iron sight. Look at this. Look at what he's looking at.
See if you can push.
He can't see
along the ridge line,
anything.
South.
And look at it, lights up.
West.
Lights up.
Towards your east. See if you can maneuver east, pushing along the south ridge line. Copy. Squad 1, go ahead and just. Squad 1, just keep holding that base of fire. Get eyes on any kind of enemy movement and report to me if they're trying to flank. Copy.
Roger.
Right now, it looks like Command is telling them to harden up. He doesn't want them to move. He likes this line they've got, and to be fair, this is a good-looking line. But I don't think the line is in a good spot, if that makes sense. The line looks good. The line could be better placed. It looks like he's set up to watch his east flank. And that's good. He's watching his east flank. He's gonna make sure he doesn't get snuck up on.
My guy up here just called out contact direct east.
Calling it out. They've already spotted these 4 guys here. They faux fire. Irish was a drunk. Rival helicopter. Stray. They spotted all these guys already. So they know these guys are on the east, and they're gonna get torn up if these squads see them or start laying down fire, and they do. This may be their opening.
Expect.
Militia uniforms OP. Ever since they changed them, yeah. Old school militia uniforms, if any of you don't remember, where they're wearing like track suits and things like that. I think some of them are even still wearing. I think most of them are in like actual proper uniforms now. But at one point they were wearing like track suits and things like that, and they were just like there's just a black dot in the middle of everything. You're just like, oh yeah, that's a militia. Switching between Cameron. A lot of these guys are just
we're gonna make them run
squads that are bases of fire.
So if they shoot us, shoot
one of the ARs,
shoot one burst back at them,
closer to Hilltop
and
encampment,
then run away, and then they'll just shoot back.
And it's sort of
a good idea,
allowing
except
them to
I've only got like 2 full mags
like
left,
that they
maybe.
pulled off this northwestern security
83.
that's covering Hilltop because they know they haven't cleared it out. They've been taking contact there this entire round. Why do you only have 2 people watching this? Stray Dog and Muffman. To be fair, both of these guys are pretty good shots, and it might be all they need to hold their northwest flank. Come on, put an AR over here. At least put somebody with some binoculars. Okay, we got one guy trying over here with binoculars. Let's hope he looks that way every once in a while, at least.
They just see him.
Can I get somebody to blow these trees down in front of me, please?
You keep hopping up and down right now from your target.
Geo, so savage. I wanted to join up on this because I just joined the Discord, but I have no idea what else I was doing. To join our operations, Geo, you need to register on our website, squadops.gg, link your Discord, and sign up for one of our SOTT basic classes. And from there, it's about a 45-minute to an hour-long class.
Yeah,
and it sort of just gives you the basic knowledge you need to sort of function in our ops. And from there, you can sign up for any and all of our events.
2 shots, and then they can fucking run around.
And if you just want to play on our whitelist server, you don't need anything to play on a whitelist. Just check out our Squad Ops whitelist server and our Squad Ops invasion server. And they are up. At this point, at this point they're almost up like 100% of the time. We do restart them whenever they empty out, but they've had a pretty high uptime.
Right now.
He's just crawling his way. I don't think his
and one of the most powerful combos in the game, a squad lead and an AR. Silence is guiding in automatic rifle fire, and just watch how accurate he's able to get it.
Give me a sec.
Now, behind the trees.
Okay.
You can shoot some. I'll guide you.
The only way.
Yeah, I did all that. I just it's on our website. Geoso Savage. Check out. There's a tab that says calendar. Squadops.gg. There's a tab that says calendar. Click on calendar, and it's going to be on a Thursday or a Saturday.
Another one at 229
for SOTT basic. I'm not exactly sure when the next one is.
Get your guy in the lodge. We're going to be pushing south towards Squad 1's position.
Copy that.
Where is this lodge? Who do you want in the lodge? We can fit that many.
We just want one guy in the lodge.
This guy's run out of ammo already, Wolfie. You gotta remember, the militia saw automatic rifle only has 3 belts of ammunition, but each is like 200 big, or I'm not exactly how sure big.
The rest of this platoon.
It's over 100 rounds though.
2 copies. We're currently engaged in moving up holes. We're finding on the flank on this hill. Over.
Copy.
And one has made some moves. I need to go find them. They're pushing the east. They're saying they made holes in the east, and they've dealt with this contact that was over here. They pushed over, and that's a great job on Squad 1's part.
One of our guys.
And the thing is, this is not. XF was the original squad lead. This is Damien taking charge of the squad, and that is an amazing thing to see. A lot of the times, we're working on getting our fire team leader course up, but we don't have it up, and it's not super well established, I guess. Like, we don't have a lot of people with the tags yet. So a lot of times it's hit or miss with our fire team leads, and Damien seems to be taking up the mantle really, really well and leading his squad really effectively. And I'm hoping he continues to push this advantage that he's got on his east.
Oh, this is
squad
what's
2
the
over here.
best approach to get close. I do not want to.
Subo, another fire team lead. So again, Subo and Damien, they've done some good work here.
And cover.
The only thing I see is to the south here. That's the only way with these. Otherwise, if you go
Geoso Savage, it's under the calendar.
You're gonna be right.
So check out squadops.gg, and there's a calendar tab. It's like almost in the center of the screen.
Was the most concealed route you're gonna get right across.
Copy.
And from there, it's going to be on a Thursday or a Saturday. That's generally the days we have our training on. We have 2 sessions on Thursdays and 1 session on Saturdays.
Platoon, this is Stu. If you guys take our route, you're clear to our position. Over.
I like this movement that they're doing. I love this. They're finally deciding to move east. This is going to be the game changer. Is there a scout here? Did the scout die? If the scout died, that's gonna be big. I'm not
Squad
seeing a
4,
scout
you can use that
anywhere.
Logi truck and just park it.
Yeah,
up
it looks
on,
like the scout. Oh,
the back of this hill.
no, I actually. Here I am hovering over the thing, and I forgot the mod, guys. For those of you who don't know, we're running the Squad Ops mod, and the only people you see on the map now are squad leads, fire team leads, and medics. Every other role does not show up on the map.
Squad 1, I want you keeping tabs on
So
that.
I
on
honestly,
that
let's see if
hill at all times.
If one of these, yeah, there's a scout. So there's scouts still alive. The scout's still alive. It's Jive Gorilla. I definitely remember him being in that area. So there we go. He's not dead. The south approach is the best approach, I'd say, but it looks like the militia are ready for it. They've got these rifleman sandbags with an automatic rifleman set up, and they're just waiting. Just waiting for the Russians to move in on them. Yeah, Terra XJ. The ID is going to be brutal if they time it right, and if Jive Gorilla doesn't get angsty on the trigger. He's got to wait. He's got to wait. Look at this. Look at this. They're all moving southeast. Great call. Great maneuvering. It's that IED. Shame nobody can pick up his Nokia if he gets dropped. Nobody else knows how to use a cell phone, Terra XJ. That's why he was assigned the scout role. He was the only one who understood the buttons. I mean, like trying to teach your grandma how to use the new iPhone. It's the same thing with the Nokia.
Nate, are you alive? Nate's down. He just went down on our position.
Oh, copy. Nate just went down. That is Russian command.
Command is down. I'm taking over command, guys.
And immediately Trident takes up command. That's great. Great on him. I don't know if it was called, but he has taken charge, and he's going to try and keep these guys
heading
moving.
east and then head north?
Alright, 2, can y'all keep heading east and then head north? We'll fall behind. Try to use this ridge as cover to our east.
Good communication. Good communication. Stride's picking it up. This is good. Platoon is not dead yet. And look, there's a lot of people left on the map.
2's going to move east.
There's a good amount of people for Russia left on the map. It's 9 kills, or 9 kills on militia side, 10 deaths. So I believe the Russians are ahead in this.
Our best friend is going to be our fucking hand grenades.
Yeah, we're at Roger.
Andrew Wills, are we watching Karma? I am not Karma. This is I am Shadowed Ritual. I am part of the Squad Ops community. I'm one of the managers here, and we are streaming a Squad Ops event. Is Muff Bandit leading the squad? He is not leading a squad. He is just a rifleman, and I don't even think. Oh, he is alive. Muff is alive.
That'd be actually dope if the Logi truck had an ammo crate inside of it, so you could just go to the Logi truck for ammo.
So he's just a regular rifleman, and that
build a fob
and to be honest, that's how Muff likes it. Muff likes to just be one of the riflemen whose job is to be a killing machine, and that is what Muff excels at. He is just a monster when it comes to all things gun related. He will squad lead when he has to, but this is where he is in his element. Is when his job is to shoot.
All right, 2, 3, and 4. Let's start moving northeast.
Copy.
Shadowed Ritual, past tense shadow. But yeah, that is my name, Andrew. I'm gonna just give you a muff cam for a little bit, because a lot of the platoon is moving. We'll just keep eyes on their moving it. And as you look, they're going around this IED. Thankfully, smart on them. Maybe should have placed it a little more central to the top of that hill. He's got it sort of on the inside, and there's no way any of the Russians are going to try and peek. Like look where he has it, sort of out in the open. Actually, never mind. This is actually a pretty good spot. I take everything I said bad about you, Jive. This is a pretty good IED, because somebody's going to want to set up here and try and get a base of fire down. When you think about it. Look at this, but nobody's coming for it yet. Let's see. There it is. I'm just gonna hover over this for a little bit, see if they decide to blow it. They can possibly get 1 kill here.
Let's start getting north.
Let's see if they blow it.
From that objective.
Runs right by it. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
There's a chance. There's nobody else in range.
Squad 2, we're taking accurate small arms fire. You're going to put 2 smokes out to block the complete east flank and try
Pure
and move that up
Savage.
the little valley.
Do you guys ever face other squads from other servers or anything, like competitive or not? We do participate in Sunday Night Squad.
If you wanna keep moving, keep heading this way.
And we'll do scrims with other groups sometimes. But a lot of those scrims and stuff are not like broadcast or anything. We're not really. We're not a competitive. We're not really a clan. Like, we're a community. You know, everybody's free to really do what they want. And we're not super competitive. We do like to do the scrims and stuff, just because a lot of our regulars like to do that kind of stuff. And we'll, you know, if somebody comes up to us, we'll try and get something set up. But for a majority, we really stick to our ops and just trying to better those.
Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep moving.
Trident is calling for keep moving.
Smoke out this ridge if you have.
Keep moving. Use your smokes. Just keep pushing.
Tarkus, is Lex up here?
He died.
Fuck.
He somehow bled out.
That ID had a chance.
Yeah, the west side of this ridge is more clear.
Should have
than
put
the
it
east
in
side.
on this. Yeah. You should have put
so,
it a little closer on the inside, I think. And even this hill right here, and this dip here, this would have been a good spot. Because here, like, you're guaranteed to have somebody run up.
Instead of cutting around the south side of the ridge here, I can just dump in the road, come all the way around towards the west.
I would direct north towards that road. Yeah.
I want to try and get us a good above the.
Towards that road, yeah.
Above shot. We're on Trident right now.
So you want use this valley to your north, east side of the, or sorry,
And if
west
you
side
look,
of
the
our
Russians
ridge
have a solid platoon clump, and they're pushing north as best they can. They're using the cover. We've got a good Fulcrum Lima Beam 2-man flank coming here. Stray Dogs may see it, Stray Dogs may not, but that could be devastating. And Russian is just calling people to keep moving. That is half your mantra as command is keep moving, guys. Don't stop moving. Keep going.
They're on the next hill over.
Yeah, about
Keep putting pressure on.
100 yards. Okay, we're
And with this
fucking
force here and a
50
1,
meters
2,
away. We're gonna throw nades up over this hill.
like a 9-man reinforcement. Reinforcements coming?
Yeah, they're farther
That's
north. They're
big.
farther north than
He's
northwest.
got a solid force pushing the hill and 9 men coming to reinforce him. This is great movement by the Russians. Trident did a great job. Oh, Trident goes down. As I give him praise, Caster Curse. You talk about him, he's gonna die. But Trident goes down. We'll see if somebody takes up the mantle of command now. See if anybody notices he's down. That's a big thing. If the communication, like, he wasn't talking there, so nobody knows if he's just still not talking or if, you know, he's down. Somebody's got to keep talking. Muff is taking point here. He is the closest element to the
deck we hit right now. I'm gonna throw another
to the enemy. That's him right here. Got the nade, throwing it with his broken arm. He tosses it. Let's see if it's far enough. And I don't think it was. Nope, definitely not far enough. Look at this angle Muff is at. How's he not rolling down this hill?
Northwest.
That is some core. We're gonna follow this a little bit while the rest of the platoon sort of reinforces. Hopefully the communication starts to pick up. It's a lax of communication right now, and that's deadly on the last seconds of the assault. Nobody knows what's going on. Your squad's not, like, they're communicating local, but like none of the big squad leaders know what's going on. They don't know how to reposition their guys if necessary. They don't know if, you know, they're being flanked. And oh, that Unix kills 3 with his grenade. He kills himself and he kills 2 others with his grenade. Wow, unfortunate right there. These guys closest to the point.
Squad 3, what's it looking like over there? We lost Squad 2 to our right. It looks
heavy contacts directly in front of me.
Communications picked back up.
Yeah, I got
trying to push
contacts
through
heavy
the
direct
bowl.
in front. I think we smoked them. We haven't heard any contact since.
They're pushing through the bowl. I like it. I can respect this. These guys need to get out of the center of the like lumber area though, and get into some cover, like solid tree cover. And through all of this, is there a full squad over here to our west? There is. A full squad, or a majority of a squad, has pushed off from Hilltop and Camet to the west. This is 6 guys. Can't see them on the map because they actually have. Well, they have a single medic with them. But we'll see if they're able to do anything. They're kind of irrelevant right now. Not well. I mean, they could be relevant if they just pushed east and got in on the flank. But right now they can't. They're not of any use. Smoking Muff is cursing right now. You know, I bet he would be smoking. I'd be a little upset too. It happens, you know. It definitely wasn't intentional. Like, he didn't throw his grenade at his feet, and you know, to do it. But when that happens, you can't help but be a little upset about
Do you want us to keep pushing towards you?
About what happened.
Try and get up on your left flank.
I swear I can team killed more than everybody else put together in these operations. Muff, I can say I probably caught you being team killed more than anybody in these operations. And they're getting within grenade range. They're getting decimated by grenades. 2 are hit, 2 go down. Nukem, Neg go down. Chrome and D-League still up, but Chrome may die here if he doesn't bandage soon.
Holy shit.
Lone Wolf Squad, maybe not Lone Wolf Squad. They probably have a command in there, or a fire team lead in that group. But definitely not useful squad right now. The Russians just got torn up on the last leg of their journey. that was it. They had good movement up until here, and they just couldn't push through. Maybe hindsight, they should have waited for this 7-man element to get a little bit closer, so that way they can almost engulf them. But it's not like they could tell that from the time. They were doing good. They were making some good progress.
Most of our guys are dead.
Most of the guys are dead.
I got 2 guys left. I got 2 guys left, and I think we have 2 guys on the far east.
Still a chance.
Yeah, we have 2 guys on the east side.
It's
I have
close.
2 guys total, and I think that's it.
It's within. It's 20 kills on militia side to 14 deaths. But with 6 members being out of the picture, it's almost even right here on this fight on the hill. So they could do it. They definitely could do it.
They're close. They were close enough to frag us.
Okay.
The only other live POV we have left is Silent, and he is just on the other side of us. Just like he's within spitting distance. Rose Dragons, Russian forces must rally at last patrol point. That means all of Russian command has gone down. All the original Russian command, the only people who can put down FOBs, have gone down. Which means they now need to retreat to their last position and reinforce that point.
And we're all just cut south again, because that's the only way we're going to get back across the ammo. Hey, Dilly,
they're getting told to just bust it south. Get out of there.
I mean, we can make one more deathish because we have to rally up with our guys on the east. I still have 2 guys on the east here.
Yeah, keep pushing the same hill.
Oh, Russian was rally at last patrol point. So I misunderstood. And it seems like the majority of us understood. They have to rally at the last point, which is here. The F345, I believe. Yeah, F345 is the rally point.
Yeah, come up to me. Our 2
So
guys
they do need
yet,
to
so
reinforce this point.
I think we can push good all the way on the east side.
Do you have advantages?
Oh, Revy gets taken down. They got a flanking force clearing this side now. Oh, they're not in a good spot. Oh, Spotter goes down. Revy goes down. East is clean. D-Leak, Butter. Only 2 people left here. It's a lot harder to keep track of the whole situation when you can't see people on the map. There's 2 people left. Yeah, exactly. 2 people left.
Alright, I lost my 2 guys on the east. I have no idea where they went.
D-Leak getting shot at. He's not even shooting at the right.
Pretty sure
shooting the right way. He doesn't see them.
Yeah, we're kind of pinned here. We got a squad on our west side here.
Video games can be hella emotional, bros. You're pretty right about that. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and breathe, though. Just a game. Looks like a majority of this squad on the that was trying to pull out on the southwest got mowed down by this squad that showed up out of Ammo Hill. That irrelevant squad has become relevant. They've taken out 3, and they are in a commanding position.
We've only got 3 left.
Alright, I'm down to 2 total.
There are 4 here.
Yeah, well, we can't move until we know these guys are
The Alpha and Damien.
Yeah. We're gonna make sure these guys are dead on our west here, and then we'll swing back towards you. My guy's right here.
1 down. They're clearing it out. Clearing it out. Oh, a trade.
Are they northwest or southwest of you? We can come and fence.
Oh, great grenade. Great grenade takes out Swan, Daddy McGee, Medic Slinky, the only Medic Slinky and Light 203, the only 2 up over there. And we've got Damien and Holobrad.
I think I got that guy.
Yeah, heard some guy.
Medic Slinky done bandage in time. It's just Light.
Position.
Oh, this irrelevant squad became relevant and then they died. Sucks for them.
We're making our way to you too.
Who was this relevant squad? It was 4 squads. Seabass, or who's the original squad? I think Mondarch was the original squad lead. And they've done some work.
I think I fragged one of them, but they were sitting in this tree line right here.
What's up, ramen noodles?
You see him?
Nope. Nope, I don't see anything at the moment.
I don't see anything either. I'm afraid to take
It's
this.
The Russians are in a really difficult position. They're trying to regroup. There's only 4 of them up. They're trying to regroup. Great call. But then they've got to re-push that hill. This is 2 fire team leads.
Well, we want to kill the guys to the west,
D-Leak and Damien.
Yeah, we
that are taking over. There's no more original commands.
I killed them.
So, oh.
Yeah, squad 4 is meeting us.
220.
220.
For whoever was talking about that one where they shoot a single, that bug where if you shoot a single, where they hold it, where they fire a single shot. Okay, no, never mind. He was firing an automatic.
Frag out.
Rosedrag wants to
Watch
send
his
it.
grenade. I think that's it. Oh, nothing he could do. They've dealt with the guys in their west.
We gotta go south.
We gotta go.
They've dealt with these guys in the west. They have, like,
yeah, I'm on your west
they need
side.
to move now. This match has been going for a good long time.
There's D-Leak. D-Leak's coming. There's a guy into this hill.
And I really, I have to say, some of this is a factor of the mod.
Let's go south.
Just not being able to see everything, not having complete control of every single one of your guys, like viewing them on the map and things like that, is causing things to slow down a lot. Yeah, Terrajex, he just accepted it. It just landed on his like back, his lower back, and he just sat there. He's like, all right, this is where I die. Are you sick? No, I'm not sick, Brahmin. I am actually not Karmakut, if that's who you think I am. I am a Shadowed Ritual.
All right, it's just us.
Let me go first. I have.
Yeah, I looked at it and said, fuck it.
I try and spread out in a line.
He did
I
good.
still got, 3 or 4
The guy who died was light. 2 kills. 2 kills, 1 death. Like that's pretty good for him. As a squad, six kills to 6 deaths is you know, you go even. It's as good as you can hope. And they've regrouped with these 4. There's D-Leak, Halibrad, Damien, and who's this last guy? Butter. None of these names I recognize. They're all there's a rifleman. There's a rifleman.
We're supposed to push all the way towards the town, right?
There's a rifleman, and they are all riflemen. And D-Leak is hurt.
So
there are no more medics. No healing.
Are there still stragglers? If there's still stragglers, fuck. All right, we might as well go there because if there's still stragglers, we have to meet up there.
And it looks like the Russians have pushed off to the edge of the map. They've pushed off to the east side of the road. And are they going for a flank? It's 8v4, 4v8, however you want to think about it. There's 1 to 2 odds. Anybody's game. Russian or militia have the advantage though, by far. Shouldn't have pushed off that point though. That was a really good point for them to hold. But I like it. Get aggressive. Get moving. Get in the face. So, the lack of command on Russian sides may be lacking them right now. Oh, Russians have found the militia. Russians need to move to their rally point. Silent needs to finish defending. Silent almost gets taken out. But they've still got CG food. That's another squad lead. So they're not going to lose command. They're in a really bad spot, though. Militia's in a really questionable spot. No cover. Trees, I mean, you're sticking out one end. It's not great cover.
I'm gonna cover for a minute. Somebody move back. Go.
Chaotic gets hit. Silence hit. Foo's hit. Sinful Grove is hit. A lot of these guys are just getting tagged. They're not getting killed. They're just getting tagged. That evens it up enough. And sometimes where you only need a single shot to get killed. Sometimes that's all you need is that one shot. CG is sort of away from his guys, trying to get eyes on them. He knows they're to the west. He's trying to figure out exactly where.
CG's gone.
Somebody goes down. CG Fu goes down. Oh, Silent goes down. They're getting picked off. The militia, 1, 2, 3. They're down to 5. No, they're down to 6. They've lost 2. But 2 of them being one of them being command and the other being a squad lead. What map protocol? This is Fool's Road. And we are playing on, right now, the action is taking part on the east side of the map. Kind of hard to see with all the extra cameras and things going around. I'm going to try and keep a lot of this off the screen. But it's another 100-meter engagement, Russia versus Militia. We'll see who's got the better aim and who's got the more people alive. They do have these 2 guys underneath them. I like this spot by Sinful Grove and T-Bones. A really good spot to catch them as they run down, and there's no way they're paying attention. Oh, it's a frag round! It's gonna burn his leg off, but it's a frag round. This is great. If he gets any side of them, this could be devastating. I'm confused. Why did Militia move? I am also confused. I don't think they should have moved. Maybe they wanted to be a little more aggressive. Maybe they didn't realize how many were there. But they were in a really good spot, and then they moved. Now we gotta hope that one of these guys takes charge. It's Crispy is an original squad lead. He should be the one taking charge and getting these guys going. And he's got them going. The wrong direction. Yep, it's Crispy X Gaming, Hero, and Clyde? Something Clyde. Chaotic Clyde. I like how he zoomed in to get the name, and it just kept getting smaller. Should have just stayed zoomed out. If Russia has enough ammo, we can hold this and possibly win. I agree with you. Now that the Russians have moved on to this point, they can't use that rally.
Okay, stand back here.
Everybody stand ready.
I'm clearing this area.
Oh, yeah, we were here earlier.
They just need to hold this area.
Around here. This is where the objective is. I want Rose Dragon to get on fucking comms and just yell at me.
But did he say F5?
Warrior of the Sea. Did you see my death earlier? I was south of Squad 1 and 2 for the militia. South of Squad 1 and 2 for the militia. I don't recall. Scray 06? If you were in that huge firefight right towards the end, towards the east, a lot of things were going down, especially if you were on the east side of that hill.
Guys, correct position is 582.
That's what I thought it was.
Where is Karma at? Ramen Noodles. He is on. He's taking a trip. He'll be gone this Wednesday to next Wednesday. He'll be out of town.
Yeah, the rally. This is the actual objective. Which
Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Still bummed Militia didn't use that ID. I agree. I am kind of bummed too. That could have been devastating. Well, it would have killed like one guy if they popped it at the right time. But they
on our squad though, so.
it could have been in a better spot. But that hill was perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't matter long.
I see.
Did we just?
I don't know what you want me to do.
Was
Alright,
there
they're gonna
3
keep coming from the
positions or
south.
4?
Everybody spread out. Spread out.
On the big hilltop that we were spread out on. Oh, the very big hilltop on the southwest of where everybody's sort of fighting now. Yes. I might have caught your death. It was probably one of the long range AR engagements that was going on.
What, you think I can actually put deployables down?
Also, is Operation Force Fighter a new op? I haven't been in the Discord for months. It is. Yes, Pope Leo. It is a new op. I think it was introduced last month. And we like to play a new, at least one new op a month. I don't know the exact number. And then we'll replay one of the newer ops from last month, this month, along with some of the old ones. And we just try and keep rotating them, fresh ops, and some of our old school ops. Like last week we played Foxheart, which is like OG, like top original 10 ops. And that's always a lot of fun.
Aren't you the only one? Wait, can Damn you put down a fob?
No, I cannot. Fob's down, but we need supply.
I don't think Habs.
I'm gonna try and get eyes on see where this militia forces are at. The U.S. have placed their fob down. They are now defending their area. I'm trying to get it without their names, but it's just not gonna work. Or without the other cameras. They've got a 3-man defense team with a little scout a little further to the south, and then you've got the rest of the militia far towards Russian Main, just about near that bridge. Probably gonna cross the street and try and get back and assault from the direction Russia came from.
All right, I see the logic.
Go for it.
Hey Bandit, yo, can you give me a shout out? My name is Jeremy. Hello, Jeremy. Here's a shout out to you. How many are left? There is 6 militia to 4 U.S. Or, sorry, 4 Russian. 6 militia to 4 Russian. It is an extremely close game, but it's looking like we may just reach the time limit. This op has been going on for an hour and a half, and it looks like the militia have sort of forgotten where the objective is supposed to be.
Disappear. He should be close enough by now to...
Building blocks, what is the objective?
No, nobody's opened fire yet.
So the objective for this op, it's a route clearance op.
I'm dropping supply, but we have no ammo.
So it's a route clearance op. The Russians can choose to clear 2 routes. There's a hilltop route and a village route. They chose the hilltop route, so I will tell you the route that they chose, and it was basically this hilltop at C531, this hilltop at C352, and this hilltop at F375.
Hey, can we actually, what can you deploy?
Yeah, we have supply, but we have no ammo.
Yeah. I mean, we could we get Hescos. Let's just put a couple of Hesco walls up each direction. We'll stand on top of them.
GG.
Wait, what?
I don't know who won.
I don't know who won either.
A sizable, they're a good distance away. They're just too far away to be of any real.
Do it.
I believe the. Yeah, forces are just too far away from each other. Look at this. It would have taken them another, 10 minutes to get back, and then an engagement to see. I think the objective terms, the Russians completed their objectives, but it was what's the term? A pyrrhic victory, where they couldn't continue on from completing the objective because they had so little people. So both sides win. So we counted that as a militia win because of the no fob. They did place their fob down. They had all 3 fobs down by the end. But technically, the Russians couldn't put their fob down because there was no more command. But I think the fire team leads can do fobs. I need to play around with the mod to actually see how they were able to get that fob down. And with that, we'll take a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back to you with the second round of Operation Forest Spider. Thanks for watching, guys. Stick around.
start building shit for us, and then we'll just work our way there. It's pretty simple.
All right, guys, we're back. We're gonna try and listen into the
Closest one first, and then
last
we'll go
little bit
right
of Russian.
Any questions?
Awesome.
Okay, no crazy strats. We're gonna make this quick because it's been like 2 hours, 2.5 hours already.
Yeah, the last stop was very silent at the beginning.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So basically, their plan is they're going to do the hilltop, or sorry, the village clearance route, and that includes clearing. 1 sec. Let me double check my chart or map.
That Logi, all construction points.
Copy.
Alright, we're gonna show you the map. It is the village just north of just north of Russian Main,
They're gonna go to Fortress.
across the street. Then 2
If you go
points,
anywhere
one
near those
east
buildings
of
where the fob's supposed to be,
Hilltop,
they can see it from Hilltop.
and one west of
So you wanna
Hilltop.
stay on the
B335,
near Fortress.
B235, and F582 are the routes that the the Russians have chosen for this time. Really, the green points. For those of you to just quickly see, the idea is they're gonna send one squad to the third point. They're gonna send 2 squads, or the rest of the platoon, to each of the other points. They're gonna try and get those other 2 points as quickly as possible, and then secretly get down to the third point, the point that the squad left.
One, or we could just do this tactical blob and have everyone spread out.
The last squad that went to the solo point, they're going to move and get that fob down secretly.
Foo west, Sauce middle, Crispy right side. We're just going straight north.
It looks like they're going to try and get into some action quick. They want to try and make this a little bit quicker of an op. They want to move just a tiny bit faster. Live was called at, live is going to be called at 3:51, so 2 seconds. And we're off. And thanks for those of you who are sticking around for round 2. This is we're 2 hours after our start time. So that was a good, solid, long op for the first round. We'll see how quickly this one goes. Hopefully it's a little bit faster. Yeah, LB LVP Gamer Blitzkrieg. That is exactly their plan, it seems. They're going to blitz it down. They're going to try and get through this quick. And we'll see how effective that was. Then we'll definitely see 2 different styles of how they went about this op. The long, methodical op, and then the faster paced. And this transport is actually just booking it. How many people are in that transport? It's a full 4-man team in that transport. Fire team with, who is that? Lawn Darts is leading that. Which squad is that? Squad 4. A lot of people a little lower because of the lateness of the op. That full squad is going to move towards the last one, which is I'm going to call B335, is where we're going to go and camp out. While the rest of the platoon sort of gets down these next 2 points. Quick and easy.
Either watch that west side or the further north you go, because they'll see you on Hilltop.
Copy that. We'll try and stay on the eastern side of the western hill.
Minimum of 2 years.
The east of the west.
Really?
No.
Alright, glance at the compound. Drop radio there.
They've already got 1 point completed.
Like it's hot.
And to be fair, I think they're let me back out a little bit from the local here. I feel like that it's a sort of built into the op the pace of these each of these routes. The hilltop routes are a little more spread out than the village routes. And so that sort of means you need to take it a little more carefully in the way you move. Whereas the village routes, you go north off of Main, and boom, there's your point. There's no way the militia can stop you from getting that point first if you choose, or even getting that part last if you want to do that. and but on the counter, it's really easy for them to defend both of the later points. And it gives the chance for the Russians to move up a little bit. Looks like they're going to be insanely aggressive and sort of just move up this hill and take over the same hill that there was fighting going on last round. This east hill that sort of controls this whole east half of the map. It commands everything on this half of the map right here.
Exactly.
Terra XJ, I missed the briefing. They're going blitz. They're going a form of blitz, I could say. They're going the village route, so they're going they're going the village route. So that means their point is here, this red fob marker at F88 or F585, and then they're moving to D235 and B335. And if you look at the sneaky things that's going on, the platoon is going to try and get into the D235 and get the fob down. And Squad 4 is just waiting. It's a 4-man squad. It's just waiting at D335. And as soon as they get this point down, they're going to blitz in, put the fob down, complete the objective, start getting defenses down for the
platoon.
enemies
There, ready for us. Top of the hill. Right on the
contact has already been called. They already see the contact directly with them. I don't know what the contact is like, or if the contact has been called on militia side, but Russian has definitely seen contact. We'll see how quickly they decide to engage. Shots fired, militia fired first, so. And there are the shots. Engagements right off the bat. 3 minutes in, guys. This is it. They're ready to get into this. Oh yeah, grenades going off. Contacts within grenade range off the bat. Sunny gets hit, Lightkeeper gets hit, Rival, Lima Bean are okay, Silence in the shit right now. This is commanding from the front right here. They've also been flanked from the west. That could be devastating. They need to get on this. They can't get on this east side. They're in a bad spot. Russians are in an awkward position here. They're getting shot from the west. Look at those tracers coming in, getting shot from the west, and they're getting shot from the north. They can't get on the east because it's the low ground, and they're gonna get spotted. And they've already lost 3 for their troubles. Silent thinks he's about to go down. He calls he's going down. He does go down. This is an awkward move by him. I don't know why he ran down this hill. Maybe to get some cover from the guys over here on our west. But he knew there were guys on the north. He had to have known there were guys on the north. Hey man, how you doing today, Damien? I am doing well. It was a nice long hop, and I'm ready for this one to either be just as long or, you know, it looks like it's gonna be, you know, half as long. Just the action right off the bat. Rival helicopter running into 5. A lot of people. They're under right into them.
Scared them off, that's for sure. They might have got their fob down.
No, they're pushing through the smoke, left to right through that smoke.
Yep. Watch out, there's friendlies close by.
Don't they have to come all the way up?
And we're seeing a view from the militia side there. That view you were watching was Trident. This is him. I'm floating above right now. He's leading from the middle. This is a perfect position for a squad lead right here. He's got 9 guys in front of him. He's sort of just trying to command his guys from and trying not to die. He's in a really good spot. It looks like there's a flank going on. Lance Audrey's trying to flank. But Trident and his squad have got command this hill. There's no way they're going to get pushed off, in my opinion. Not with that crossfire coming in from the west. Lance Audrey has come in here with Lima Bean. Lima Bean has come in here and taken out 3. Lima Bean's gone behind him. Oh wow, Lima Bean's gonna do work if he knows how to shoot. Lima Bean and Lance, this is their chance right here. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's hope they don't get, you know, a little too far apart from each other. They do need to be working together. But it looks like they're moving back to get within range of each other. Yeah, looks like they're moving back to get within range of each other. They're just moving the wrong direction. They need to move back south and cut these guys off. The thing is, they can't see each other. They can't see on the map who's still alive because riflemen, support roles don't show up. The only people that are showing up on the map are squad leads, fire team leads, and medics. Nobody else shows up on your map. Why am I just spectating? I am commentating. I'm the eye in the sky. We've got a couple of POV shots for you, man. But for me, I am just going to talk about what's going on and sort of give you an above ground view and sort of my opinion on how this how everything's going on. And militia has pushed through insanely effectively. Nate is here on point. This is Russian command, or sorry, militia command with XF and his squad here, as they just tear through this Russian platoon. Past tense. They tore through this Russian platoon. There's not many left. Matt Garber, damn, they're in trouble, and that is an understatement. This platoon is now 6 strong on the south, and they've got that 4-man team on the northwest. There's no command comms. We are on these blue teams. We are on the Russian teams. There are no, and we have a squad. Like, we can hear comms. They need to talk. There needs to be some kind of communication between them. They need to know what's going on. CG Food trying not to slide down this hill. Jesus, the bloodshed, Pope Leo. Yes, the bloodshed was insane. They need to move. They need to just keep moving. Damn, this is going to be quick. The people getting slaughtered left and right. It looks like it's going to be pretty quick. It could slow down immensely here.
Anybody else have comms? Laundry still?
Yeah, we're in the Logi truck headed to Woodsy-Fu, taking the southwest approach.
Okay, I have a change of mission for you, Lawn Darts. I want you to go to Delta 2 to that village and try to place a radio. Just drive the Logi in, try and dump the radio, and then head to the last point and place another radio. Copy? You're not going to be able to do anything over here. They've got the whole team on that eastern hill.
Can't drive the Logi too close.
Roger that. Do your best.
We've got Trident here with Muff on point. It's getting kind of extreme with this point. We'll see if his squad lead tells him to slow down a little bit. But I like this, having a little forward advance. So that way, if Muff gets engaged, the rest of his platoon doesn't get immediately
I'm hearing friendly shooting,
mowed down in the process. Let's just hope he's a little patient.
I don't know where they're at.
Muff can get a little aggressive with his movements. And when he gets that the blood in his eyes, he's all for it. He's just gonna go on a spree.
Maybe kind of south. Echo 4, keep that something out of it.
Man, that's the problem with Blitzkrieg. Bad lines of communication and easily outflanked. That is a very, very good observation, man. Man. They definitely the lines of communication broke down almost instantaneously, like almost as soon as they went into combat. And this element here that Muff is actually running to reconnect with was in a perfect flanking maneuver and was just able to mow them down from the sides. It was just classic, just L-shaped ambush.
Com check. Anyone still
D'Angelo gunplay. What do you, hey Karma, what do you think is really fun game mode in Squad other than AS? I'm looking for new things. I am not Karma, first off. I am Shadowed Ritual. I'm one of the managers for Squad Ops. And one of the fun game modes other than AS, my favorite game mode for right now, especially since V10 came out, is Invasion. I am loving Invasion right now, just being just attacking and defending and things. Right now I feel I'm not enjoying AS. I'll play AS and it's fun. But a lot of my game time right now for vanilla games is spent on the Invasion server.
Spread out to the right.
Man, only effective until the opposition get dug in and can start maneuvering. Or get dug in and can start maneuvering. That's exactly the center part, the center element that came to contact, dug in here on this hill, and the rest continued moving on the west and was able to just fire down on them as they moved through. There's not much they can do.
Yeah, between me and one.
Trine has eyes on this, the last 3 Russians over here. Shikhar, Jive Gorilla, Hero. Takes a shot at Sughart. They're having trouble figuring out where they are. I sound just like Karma. I don't think I do. But yeah, you're not the first person to make that mistake today. I don't know if y'all are serious or not, but yeah, I'm actually not Karma.
Medic, try to stay near an element, friendly element.
Trent's in a really good spot to watch the rest of this movement.
Okay,
and to say this was a quick round is an understatement. This round was has just been insanely fast. The action was 3 minutes in, and it's almost. This is just now calming down. 20 minutes after the
I don't see anything.
The start of the op.
Squad 1's 4 up.
Repeat last.
All right, so you see the
Squad 1 is 4 strong.
to your straight west. I'm kind of
Copy that.
right now.
Yeah, I see you up there.
That's
4
where
is
I'm at,
6
yeah,
round.
that's where I'm at. And they're south.
This another squad lead. Nasty Nate has got an angle on Hero and Sugar. Sugar goes down from the flank. Hero goes down, or Hero's getting shot from the flank. What is Nate doing with his pistol? Get your rifle out, man. Oh, he's getting a pistol kill. That's what he wants. He sees Hero. Oh, there's a hit. Tagged him. The thing is, with that pistol, you're not making him bleed. You're just peppering him. Actually, I think he did do enough damage to make him bleed. Come on, Nate. Get the pistol kill. There you go. Oh, that's another hit. He got the pistol kill. Oh, boy. Karma swears more. Yeah, that's true. Trying to keep it a little bit cleaner for the stream. That's this element. I gotta zoom out and figure out where everybody else is. That is this whole element here on the side. The only people left are the 4 people on in the Logi at the beginning of the game. This 4-man team of Lawn Darts, Swan Daddy McGee, Light, and Houdini are the only people left. And if they go get this fob down here, and they go get the other fob down just west of them, they're gonna win this game, or complete the objective of this round. Look at this. Just get their fob down. They don't even know. Trying to smooth out this camera. Look at this. The INS have no clue. Look at that. No idea. Completely oblivious to the fact. They left their objectives. I guess if you want to think of it, this was the long con was just to fake them out off the objectives, and then they get the 4-man to just complete the mission. Classic Russian diversion. Yes, man. Classic. You retreat, you die. You run in, you die. But we'll win because we have more people. Send mass troops to the slaughter while deep infiltrating. Yes, exactly. You set their fob down? The fob is down. Now they just get out of there. Get out of there. Run or drive. Drive away. And don't be spotted. What are you doing, Lawn Darts? Okay, there it goes. And they're out, scot-free. None the wiser. Look at this. I don't think anybody saw this. There's no way anybody saw this. Yeah. Everybody I'm trying to look at right now, that's across the map through 3 different hills. Mountains? I don't know. Now the Russians are just free to drive around. They're just leisurely Sunday drive with their truck full of ammunition and gasoline barrels. And I guess that white barrel's water? I think you put water in white barrels. That would make sense, right? They have propane in these? When did they put propane tanks, and what do you need propane for in the military? Alright. Now it's just hoping the, the militia can find these guys. 4 guys and a full... I think this is a 3K map? No, this is not even a 3K map. This is only about a 2K by 2K map. And the only thing Russians have to do now is get this radio down. I'm getting where the game is over after the Russians get their last radio down. That is their objective. Once they complete the objective, they win. Wait, doesn't Russian have to complete the radio? Yes. In the original op, yes, they have to put the radio down, and that is their objective. They've completed the route clearing part of the objective, and they're passing it up. They passed it up. This is their objective right here. This little village. I guess you could call it a village. There's 2 houses and a fortress. They're going to Ammo Hill. We Euro Truck Simulator now. Euro Truck Simulator into a death over here. Look at them. What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. They're going to Ammo Hill. And there's enemies at Ammo Hill. This could be bad. We're on to one of the militia squad leads is Trident. He might have eyes on this Logi. They're abandoning the Logi? What are they doing?
Radio at D235.
What are they doing? They're abandoning the Logi. Look at it. It's just I don't know what's going on.
Bravo 3.
What a bunch of trolls.
So get eyes west of ammo.
Left.
See where they're at.
We should
got
be
an
careful.
enemy
I think we
at
wiped
Ammo
a
Hill.
huge part of their squad, but they still might have a couple guys still left.
Is it possible they were on your east?
They're going back for it? It's bait. Yes, gamer. It is bait.
Like on the dock, it says it's Bravo 335.
They're baiting them in. This is classic.
You're at the Logi?
Yeah, on the dock it says on the map D235.
It's the compound though. It's always been the compound, I think.
It's abandoned, so nobody there.
Yeah, it's abandoned and it's fully supplied.
So the Logi is abandoned on my medic, southwest.
Dilo, hey, there's shots. They spotted the Logi. 1 goes down. Swan Daddy goes down. Lawn Darts goes down. Lights and Houdini, the only ones up. They're in a terrible spot. Light is hit. It's getting shot at. Imon's on the flank, not even spotted. Imod's gonna get them both. Houdini down. Light down. That's everybody. That is the complete Russian team. And just in a complete turn of styles of games, I guess. We went from an hour 45 game to a 30-minute game. And what an ending. GG's all around. And I'm going to answer the... Oh, no, that's it. Thanks everybody for joining us today here for Operation Forest Spider. We had 2 really action-packed rounds. One of them a little bit longer than the other, but it was fun both times. So with that, if you have any questions, if you want to watch our VODs or anything, check us out at twitch.tv/squadops. The VODs are usually up right after we cut the stream. And if you want to get in on our ops, check us out squadops.gg. Thank you to Barden, who's our behind the scenes camera guy, for all this. He's pulling in all the streams, sending them all out. I'm just the guy here talking. Thanks for everybody who was our POV for today. Our guys on the ground giving you the in the moment action. And if you're interested, check us out, squadops.gg. I am Shadowed Ritual, and we will see you Saturday for both of our sessions then.